So yeah,
All right,
this has been
let
episode.
me. Oh, sorry.
No, like I just pressed. I just pressed start. It just, but oh, I could easily like just no. Okay. So how long has it been since we did the last episode? Let me check. A month.
Yeah, I should probably check too. I have it on my watch
It's
later.
been a month. So yeah. So
Not as long as I thought it would it
yeah.
had been.
Can I forgot what like shit? What happened last month? I forgot what happened. Oh well.
So
Hmm?
last episode we were talking about I was doing
Godzilla.
the X-Men
Yeah.
rankings, which is funny because now Deadpool and Wolverine is coming out this month. Like my feelings on that are still the same that I had before when I did the rankings. I'm like, I'm gonna wait for the reviews to come out because I'm fucking jaded by Disney and I don't trust them. Uh, the Acolyte is a good example of that, and everything they've done in fucking Phase 4 and the new phase of Marvel gives me credence to like not fucking trust what they do. Let's see. Last month we also I was talking about the new Bring Me the Horizon album. I've got more music to talk about this episode if y'all are interested. Let's see. I also went into the studio to work on my song some more. I feel like we're getting really close to where we need to be to like get into the actual recording progress. Because so far it's just been writing. It's just been writing, making sure everything makes sense, making sure everything is easy not well easy to like remember and sing so that way it's catchy, like it can be like as catchy as it can be but still meaningful with what the topic's about. And then I think I was showing you guys the trailer for Long Legs, which I've seen. I saw it Friday,
And how
the day
was
it
it?
came out on the 12th. I mean, I guess I can talk about it at some point unless you want. I can't really talk about it now because I'm kind of on the spot. I'm kind of getting to the groove of this show again.
Yeah,
but
but
uh,
we do later.
another major event happened last month, or was it last month? Or no, it was the WrestleMania one where Rhea got hurt. That fuck. But Bobby's back, baby. Yeah.
I know you're happy as shit about that for real.
Dude, it's funny because it was like the first episode of Raw I actually watched live on my TV in a while. It was something where as soon as they announced that Dom and Liv were the main event, I was like, all right, hold on, there might be a chance that she comes back. And then I was watching the show. I saw Damien pull out his phone and he was like, "Yo, where you at?" And I was like, "Oh fuck, she's here! She's here!" I told my girlfriend, I was like, if she shows up, I'm doing a fucking backflip on your bed. And sure enough, she showed up, so I proceeded to do a horrendous backflip. But I did one nonetheless. I'm a man of my word.
At least you did
But
something.
yeah, I'm excited, and I'm actually, I guess she, I guess her shoulder injury wasn't as bad as they thought it was gonna be because she is gonna have a match at SummerSlam now. It's gonna be the first match she's had since WrestleMania, which, oh, what was that? In April, May? April, May, June, July. She's been out of the ring for 4 months. So they could probably like do that as like a storytelling aspect where she's got some ring rust. Liv Morgan's taking advantage of it. She's trying to be sneaky. I don't know if we're gonna do SummerSlam predictions this episode because there's not enough matches. They've only announced 4.
Yeah,
But my quick off the top head suggestion is I don't think they have Rhea beat Liv yet. I think they say that for maybe like Bad Blood or they do it like the next pay per view after SummerSlam. I could see Liv Morgan getting the cheap, dirty, like sneaky kind of like quick flash pin type win, where Rhea's just like she's just pissed off, she's angry, and like she just doesn't focus enough on Liv, where she like gets the surprise roll up. I could see WWE doing that and prolonging the rivalry because this is definitely not a one and done type thing. They're gonna at least have 3 matches together, and honestly, it would be fucking cool if they have Rhea versus Liv in either a Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood or do the first ever women's ambulance match. That'd be fucking cool. Wait, have they already done an ambulance match for the women? I don't think so. Let me look.
I don't think so.
Uh, Hold on, WB ambulance.
Like I
I
know
gotta I gotta back check myself.
it'd be funny if it was like a, you know. Then again, they're not like horror
I
gimmicks. Like
Yeah, I don't see anything. So this would be the first one that they did it.
I was gonna say like a fucking casket match, but I just realized who they
A
are.
casket match would be cool too. I mean, if they do a casket match, that's gonna be the end of the rivalry, in my opinion.
Yeah, and
Which is honestly how Hell in a Cell and all those stuff should have been treated before they became
pay per
like
views.
annual pay-per-views. And I'm glad that Triple H is like kind of he's slowly but surely kind of getting that away from that and getting more to like the ruthless aggression kind of stuff where you have these cool standing pay-per-views and those matches could happen at any one of those shows. Let's
Um,
see. The new episode of The Boys came out today. I haven't seen it yet, but
wait, today? I thought it was gonna be
yeah.
tomorrow.
No, I think it came out today because they usually air on Thursdays.
Hold on, let me check.
They either air on Wednesdays or Thursdays now.
Cause I love the
But
fucking boys for real. That shit.
dude, I love this new episode. I will say though, this story driven wise, this has been like a bit of a weaker season, but I mean, the next season is going to be the last, so they're kind of putting the pieces in place to like kind of do all that. So it's pretty much the lead up to the end. But
Season,
yeah, I think the last one aired today. Either way, though,
season four
really good.
finale.
I love the boys. I love the show itself. It's something where I was getting so disenfranchised with what Marvel and especially DC at the time was fucking doing, where it was something cool, unique, but the most important thing to me was it had such a compelling and interesting story. Like each episode in season one hooked me with a cliffhanger, and this was before they did the episodic thing. They changed that with season two, and so that season one, I was working at the movie theater, and right before I would go into work, or if I was like off for the weekend, I would just start binging the fucking show, and like I would watch at least one episode before going to work, and then one episode like coming back home, because I usually ended up working the night shift, so
Mhm.
it would like I'd work like from like maybe 8 to like 11 or something like that, or like maybe 5 to 11. So I like time in between to kind of knock this shit out. And ever since, like it is a show where their storytelling has been really great. Each character you connect to in some sort of way, even the most despicable, vile character, they somehow manage to make you relate to in some way, which is very that's like storytelling at its best, where you can relate to like an absolute monster of a character or someone who is just irredeemable, but there's just that one thing where you're like, ah, fuck, but I understand a little bit.
But I
Even
mean,
the fucking Joker with some of his backstories where like, yeah, you're a fucking evil, vile, disgusting, like
but you gotta,
just evil person. But I kind of get it in a way.
yeah, like with Homelander, the one thing about him,
Dude,
he's right.
that one episode where he went back to the facility, that was
That
like the
was,
most compelling Homelander episode I've ever seen.
yeah, cause like you kind of get why he's kind of like that, but at the
Right?
same time, it's like, dude,
Well, and you know, like even the lady was like, "Look, they were scared of you. What else were they supposed to do?"
yeah,
Like when you see a baby fucking like popping out of the woman and just flying above her corpse with the umbilical cord around it, like yeah, I'd be fucking terrified of it too, to be honest.
uh, it's just like. But the thing is that like I kind of understand him,
Like
but at the same
I
time,
get
fuck this dude.
Homelander's point of view, but it was something where it's like, nah, dude, you're fucking taking this too far.
Right, like
Like
cool. You finally like got your revenge, but what's next? You
it's
just gonna
something
still
where
be a
it's
dick?
like the the way I would describe it is like if you grab like a magnifying glass and you're just burning ants. Like humans are pretty much just ants to Homelander, so it's like him just bullying the fuck out of them. It's like, all right, well, what does this fucking prove? What exactly
Yeah,
do you get from this besides your own personal satisfaction?
it's just diabolical.
uh,
Is diabolical. This man is like just a demon.
yeah. So yeah, the new episode is that it's funny because after this whole Trump thing, they had it titled like presidential assassination or something like that, and now it's just now it's just season 4 finale. It's like, oh, fucking okay, all right.
That's actually low-key funny as shit. Though. I'm not gonna hold you. That is funny as fuck.
Yeah, I don't. There is one conspiracy theory going on that I absolutely believe, but I don't want to make this a political show, so I won't get into that on air.
All I'm gonna
But
say is that was pretty entertaining.
right. Well,
That's all
yeah,
that.
this whole thing has just been so fucking wild because Kyle from Tenacious D, he made a joke about it. And now the fucking band is like done and like he's getting backlash for it. I was like, what the like? He didn't even see anything bad.
He kind of
He was
said
just
something
like, hopefully
crazy.
the next one doesn't miss. But
Yeah,
like,
that is crazy to say.
it's crazy to say, but like, someone like a Bill Burr would have like said something way fucking worse, and it's something where it's like, yeah, like sure, it's not a great thing to say, but like it's the tamest way possible to fucking say it, in my opinion.
George Carlin would have gone fucking ballistic with this shit for real.
All right.
But the only thing I
Yeah.
will probably say about it is that you fuck around, you basically find out. You incite violence, then you'll get violence. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. So I've been watching this comic book artist
Hmm.
named Ethan Van Sciver, mostly because the whole Eric July drama. Like he actually was working for Eric July until he sent him like a night letter, and he was like, "Fuck you, dude! Like I'm not gonna fucking take this shit." So he runs this stream called Trashcast. It's mostly like a dig at like Yellow Flash and his Flashcast, so because he's a fucking retard too. But he so fuck. Hold on. What was I? Oh yeah. So he played a clip where this guy was pretty much taking all these media clips from the left-leaning media, and you cannot deny that they absolutely have a part to play in this because they have been inciting violence ever since Trump was in office. Like the whole time, they've just been like fucking demonizing Trump and getting people like all gung ho to like fucking take this guy out. And it's like something where it's like when it happens, like, oh, don't run away from it now. Y'all fucking did this. Like you have to own up to it.
The one thing I will probably say is that, like, I'm part of left, but
I'm
man,
very centrist.
yeah,
I see
I,
both sides. I kind of agree with things in both sides, but I'm mostly just in the middle looking at like the far left and far right and be like, you guys are fucking idiots. Just fucking
the one
just
thing I
agree on
would
something.
the one thing I would say is that, like, we demonize the fuck out of like we demonize the fuck out of him,
Hmm.
but when he actually got, now we're like, we hope a speedy recovery, nigga.
Right. Right.
Be
And
fucking
sometimes we're
real.
like, we
Let's be
we
real,
cannot
dog.
we cannot go down this Sleepy Joe was like, we can't go down this path to violence. Like, bro, your fucking party was the one that was responsible for that.
But here's the thing,
Yeah,
though.
it's fucking weird.
But here's the thing, though. The guy who shot Trump was a Republican.
Well,
They
here's the
found out
thing.
about this nigga, bro.
To to me, he might have been registered as a Republican, but honestly, that shit doesn't even mean anything to me. Like, you can register yourself as like anything you want when you go and vote. Like, it's something where like if this was indeed planned out as an actual assassination, I
You
could
suck at
easily
it.
believe that they like do that. You know what? I've seen so many weird fucking videos and clips from like eyewitnesses and like testimonies and stuff where there's no fucking way this wasn't planned to like kill him. Like even my mom was like saying like when I talked to her before I came up here that they're even trying to get like Biden to like step away. So there's this whole conspiracy theory that they're trying to get uh
Both
both
motherfuckers out.
guys out of the way. Like I you know what? I absolutely believe it. There's no fucking way you can convince me that that's not what
Here's
they're
the thing,
trying to do.
but you also um to have your point. Biden does got COVID, so
Right.
if they're gonna get taken out, one of them about to be out.
Right. Oh
This
yeah,
is
for sure.
fucking insane, but that was a
Yeah.
spectacle that day. That was a fucking spectacle. I wonder what the weasel thinks.
Well, when GRC does come back, I
I'm
guess
about to
you'll have to
find
wait and
out.
see. All right. Oh, holy
Uh,
fuck.
what I want to talk about now is hold on, let me get my timestamp real quick. What I want to like what I want to talk about is Netflix anime has been hitting like a lot fucking differently
Right.
cuz like I got to watch well I got to watch Baki versus Kengan Ashura, which was fucking a spectacle of a fight. But
Mm-hmm.
it ended up um like it ended up setting things up for a sequel movie, which is I'm down for that shit because I need to see like two guys, two like menaces just throwing hands. But
What anime was this again?
so this was a collab a movie to like two animes. One of them was Baki, the other one
Oh, okay,
was
got you.
King and Ashura. They had a movie together, which is
Oh,
Baki
okay.
Cross King and Ashura, which was actually pretty fucking dope. They took the animation style of Baki because King and Ashura's style was a bit like a 3D point no. It's 3D, but it has like that 2D element.
Okay.
Do
So,
do
kind of
to
like
the
Overlord, I guess.
yeah, like that
Okay.
or what's another example? Have you seen um um have you seen Tekken Bloodline?
I can't say I have. I've played some
Oh,
Tekken games, but I haven't watched any anime. Oh, I dropped the files whenever we
uh,
get to it, so I can like do the reactions. I mean, this seems like it's gonna be more of a chill kind
yeah,
of conversational podcast, anyways. So whenever
yeah.
we like feel like moving along to different topics, we can. I'm just kind of
Cause,
hanging here.
cause I'm just hey, fucking Netflix anime has been hitting a lot differently, like for the
Well,
past few
dude,
fucking months.
it's something. Well, no, their anime has always hit. Like even their original stuff, like their
Mhm.
video game anime adaptations have been really good. Like fucking Castlevania, I'd say Be the Beginning was really good. What they did with season two is fucking weird, where there were supposed to be more episodes, but they cut it off like halfway through. I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, it's cool. Fate Apocrypha was really fucking good. That was actually the first Fate series I watched when I was like starting to get into it after the Extella game I played, and that was fucking sweet. Like Netflix has anime fucking locked down,
They
and honestly,
do.
when it comes to like every video game adaptation, I'm like, unless it's on Netflix, I'm not fucking watching
Uh,
it. I don't care.
like now, we're getting a Terminator anime from
Dude, that shit looks
Netflix.
so fucking badass.
Dog.
Holy fuck!
It's like what the like
Like
who's
the
on Netflix
design
payroll?
of the P102 with like the skin coming off and you had the blonde hair. I'm like, dude, they fucking nailed it. They fucking nailed it,
Bro,
dude.
who like who? what studios they are getting because Crunchyroll, I don't like y'all need to step up a bit. I'm just saying,
Right? Fight back! Fight back!
fight back. I'm like,
Yeah,
come on
fucking.
now,
Let's see.
y'all getting like
Castlevania was really good. I haven't watched Vampire in the Garden, but I have that on my watch list. Kakaguri is pretty good. Uh, let's see. I'm looking at like a bunch of like different animes that like Netflix has. Oh
like
my god, fucking Arcane. I forgot about that. Arcane's really fucking good.
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk's really fucking good. Devilman Crybaby is fucking excellent. That one's really fucking good. Uh I'm trying to see like what like yeah, like their originals has been fucking like
Hitting
it's been hitting, dog.
like whoever's like
Baki the
funding this
Grappler,
shit.
holy fuck.
Baki is fucking amazing.
God
Like
damn.
like I love the Baki. Like that is one anime I would say that I fell in love because they be throwing the meanings of hands.
Alright.
One of my favorite fucking character name is Pickle, fucking
Nice.
caveman. That nigga's a
Oh,
demon.
fucking. So there's two more that I know I like. There's Comey Can't Communicate, which is really fucking cute, and Agretzko is also really fucking good too. So yeah, they're fucking Netflix animes originals have been fucking hitting, dog, and there's not even close.
Like, come on. Fucking come on, Crunchyroll. What the fuck you doing, dog? Yeah, y'all need to figure it out, bro.
Well, I mean, it's crazy too because Crunchyroll bought Funimation. Ever since then, they kind of haven't really been doing much.
Come on now. You have one job, bro.
Well, I mean, yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen is like fucking sick, but I mean, I'm just waiting for the next season at this point.
I'm just waiting for fucking.
I'm also waiting for ReZero. Like that one, I'm gonna be fucking hyped when that one comes out.
Mm,
For
Jesus, man.
season 3,
It's
baby.
like I started seeing a trend, right? Netflix
Mhm.
had been going like how to explain this. There was a
Mm.
craze on fucking Netflix where it's like the Korean shows like All of Us Are Dead, Squid Game, Sweet Home,
All right.
like
Yeah, Sweet Home was really fucking cool.
yeah,
I like that one a lot.
like there was a when that first happened, a lot of people start seeing that the Asian content, though that the eastern side of things like China, Korea, Japan, their shows has a lot more depth than down here. Their
Yeah,
movies has a lot more depth and a lot more story than down here. Now people start seeing it.
right.
And then the anime shit they brought into the joint just it's done. Netflix has
Oh
to
yeah.
Netflix is the place to go. Then Raw coming, I'm like, bro, Netflix about to be rolling in dough.
All right.
Like it's it's insane because it's just like
It's
first
fucking crazy. It's wild.
yeah it's just now is like if you want to talk about fucking anime go on like Netflix or go on maybe Prime. Prime had like
Dude,
Prime has a
Prime has some really fucking good ones too. That hold on. Let me see what Prime animes they have. I know they have the Boys anime.
well
Let's
the
see.
boys joint was okay.
Amazon
The boys
Prime.
diabolical is it's different like art styles in each episode
Right.
telling like different stories. They're all not really connected. Um it's like different
Well,
scenarios.
the one about Homelander ties in, I'd say.
Mm. Mm.
Because that one's about like uh Homelander like first starting out.
Fucking so bruh. Soldier Boy was a menace.
Dude.
That nigga was amazing, bro.
Yeah, like their animes are pretty good too. Invincible, I'd say, is like probably like the best example of it.
Invincible. is amazing.
Dude, fucking Dr. Lingstrom was so fucking. That dude was crazy. I can't wait to see what they do with season 3, man. It's gonna be nutty.
I think I miss
Especially
my wife
knowing some of the stuff that happens in
in
the
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 comics.
book it's based off of. There's some characters where I'm like, oh fuck, I know what they're gonna do. This is gonna be fucking. This is gonna suck.
Yo, I'm telling you,
That Viltrumite lady.
bro.
I'm
You
gonna
know what
say
they
this. If y'all have if anyone has a crush on her or whatever, you might want to rethink because of
yo
what happens.
that Viltrumite chick. You know what's funny? Season 2, they had to change a scene between her and Mark because in the books, Mark got
Well, no, that's what I'm talking about. They're gonna that's gonna happen later on.
no, like it happened.
Wait, what? What do you mean it
So,
happened?
so remember that fucking remember that fight between
Right.
her and him?
Was it when he was in the crater?
Yes, that
Oh,
was
okay.
supposed
All
to
right.
happen, but they changed
Oh,
the scene
well,
because why
well,
would
maybe
one
they'll
do this?
maybe they'll do it later. I mean, because
I doubt
Amazon
it.
Prime. I mean, the stuff with the boys and stuff, they haven't really shied away from it. They might not
They changed the
show
scene
her.
from the boys. Okay, so they did the
Well, I
same thing
mean,
with the boys.
well, no, because Homelander raped Becca to
No,
get
not
Ryan.
that. There was another thing. So this was during. Okay, they had to change the scene with the boys because it was when I read about it, it was fucking outrageous.
Well, I
So
mean, the boys comic is just nothing but edgelord garbage. So,
yes,
like, the show is infinitely better because of that.
yeah. So one scene they changed. This was during Hero Chasm.
Oh, okay, yeah, I heard about
So
Herogasm.
when Soldier Boy and well, when Soldier Boy, Butcher, and Homelander fought during Hero Gasm, there was a scene that was supposed to happen for some fucking reason where Soldier Boy and Homelander fucked.
Right. Oh, what? Oh.
Yes, they
Well, I
had
mean,
to
yeah,
change it
they
because
can't they can't do that because Soldier Boy's Homelander's dad at this point.
yes, but like, but at that time they didn't know.
Right.
I think,
Well, I mean,
but
even then, that would have been a weird thing to do, regardless. That's why I say the graphic novel is just
the
edgelord
comics is
trash
just
because
ridiculous.
they just they do shit like that for no fucking reason, just to be edgy. So, like,
That's
that's
why I'm
why.
like the fucking show is better because they at least tamed it
Right.
a little bit because there's a lot of outlandish shit in that show. Fucking, I remember my grandma, right? Because she was watching The Boys. Like me and her watch it together, but I remember back in the old house, right? My grandma told me to come here and I looked at the scene, right? This is when um what's his name? MM Mother's Milk, whoever his name is, the fucking one of the boys. Apparently, when he got strangled by some little tentacle, it was a guy's dick. Oh shit! What the fuck? Oh my. Well, hold on real quick. I have to. There's. I got fucking Wi-Fi out. Yeah, so the Wi-Fi got fucking shit the bed. But that's what I was saying
Gotcha.
because so my grandma showed me a scene from The Boys because me and her watch The Boys, and
Right.
I remember she she showed me a scene of Mother's Milk of him like getting I guess strangled by like a fucking tentacle. Mother's milk,
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember
then turn
that.
out to be his dick, but turn out to be somebody's dick.
Yeah, it was a Love Sausage, I think was his name.
That's a crazy fucking name.
Yeah.
The boys is like the comics is worse, but
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know about the fucking the show joint. I think the show it's not worse, but it's like just as bad.
Yeah.
But I love the boys. The boys is a really good show. The boys is really okay. To be honest, the boys put me in a different perspective about fucking superheroes. Okay, because I could see half of the fucking shit going on in the boys in real life.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because if we end up having powers, marketing,
Well,
abuse
I
of
mean,
fucking powers and everything,
there
bro.
there's been some weird marketing stuff lately where I'm like, nah, this is the boys for sure. Like the whole do you remember that video of fucking Jonathan Majors like trying to stop that fight between those two girls?
Mm-hmm.
People saw that and they were immediately like, oh, that's the boys. That's the boys right there. Because that's the type of shit that they would have done in the boys for like someone who got canceled like that. So it's something
Mm-hmm.
where the show does such a good job of showing how that shit actually happens in real life. Where when it happens, people are like, "Nah, nah, I've seen this before in the boys. This shit ain't fooling me anymore."
Right. It's like if we're being honest with ourselves, right? It's just, dude, we gonna get marketing shit for everybody who has fucking powers. They're gonna push in a like they're gonna push in a fucking agenda. They're gonna
Right,
the dudes with the powers, who's not a part of a team, will go rogue. They will go crazy, and it's just going to be a lot of crazy shit. War is
right,
going to be hilarious because if we have wars and shit like that, nigga, we fucking doomed.
right.
But the boys is a fucking warning to
Oh
us.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So streaming services been having some great W's, which is nice to see for real. Good
Right.
shows, good adaptations, and just other shit.
Oh yeah.
I just wish I could say the same to fucking man. My heart broke, dog.
For what?
One of my favorite artists got the nigga got exposed, bro.
Uh oh.
Fucking dog. I want to cry. So one of my favorite artists, Zilla Kami, right? He's one of my favorite fucking artists.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga's the diddler, bro.
Uh oh.
And I'm not talking about being gay. I'm talking about nigga got a little too freaky.
Did
I'm,
this guy enjoy the kids menu a little too much?
it's just the thing. It's not kids. There was one chick who was like 15, but
Hmm.
the others is just like him being fucking, I guess, abusive or some shit. It's just a lot of fucking shit going out, and now I'm just like in a like now I'm in a place where it's like I love this nigga, but what the fuck? His music
All
was so
right.
good. Why the fuck do you have to be a dick? Come on now.
Yeah, that's odd.
This is fucking heartbreaking for real. But try to fucking move away from that shit. And I'm going through my fucking playlist. I'm like, what the fuck?
Move along like I know you do.
For real. That's all I have to fucking learn how to do.
All right.
But But yeah, that's just whatever. What else is going on in the fucking weird world? Oh, so speaking of music,
Uh-huh.
so how's your fucking so how's your debut single
Uh,
coming along?
it like I said earlier, we're definitely at the writing part of uh this aspect. Uh, I really don't want to get into what it's about until it's done, and I guess do the world premiere for y'all before I actually like debut it, like whenever it actually comes out.
Do you have a specific
But
name of what you're
it's
gonna call
it's
yourself at least?
it's gonna be Poison. That's the name of the song, Poison.
What about what about your artist name?
That I'm still trying to figure out. Like band wise, I might do something like Cemetery Stroll. I think that'd be cool. Or unless the band has a better name idea, I'll go with that. But
You got a band?
I well not yet, but whenever it happens, like I definitely wanna be in a band for sure. But I'm an independent artist right now, I guess. I guess would be the term. So I guess when I'm doing solo stuff, I might just go by Zack the Vampire. I don't know. Would I feel like that's kind of like easy, straight to the point. It's pretty fitting. Uh,
Yeah, because apparently you're already dead inside.
right. So I'm trying to let me play a little bit of these and see which one of these are in order because I have some exclusive behind the scenes
Exclusive.
footage. I don't have any of me actually doing it in music. At least I don't believe so. It's more so me talking with the guy at Villa Box Studio about like my process and kind of what I want to
Hey, shouts out
do
to
with this. So
them.
let me see.
Oh, shouts out to them because they're the one who is answering you.
All right. Let's see. Which one is all right, so yeah, I think I have these slightly out of order. I'm gonna open these in a browser and well, why is it not opening in a browser? Alright, hold on. Yeah, sorry for the low quality. This is straight off my phone. The guy sent it to me in like a way better quality, but for whatever reason Discord is not opening in the best quality possible. So but yeah, I'll share the screen, kind of show you all a little bit of my progress I was doing.
Alright. Let me.
If it'll let me fucking share that screen
You're getting like
on Discord.
a load time with that shit.
All right, fuck it. Let me close one of my tabs. Let me open this up, see if I can do it this way. Or you know what?
I could do
I'll
it.
just share my just or okay, yeah, I guess. So it's the second video first, and then it's the first video after.
Alright.
That's me kind of like talking with a guy about like just random bullshit.
Man, it's just yapping.
Sorry, I was trying to get this shit all set up, but I forgot how weird Discord makes this shit.
Nah, it's
As
fine,
you can
bro.
tell in the video, my hair desperately needed to get a touch up, but I just didn't have the money to get that done. So I'm having a bit of an orangey hair going on at this point
Nigga, bro,
instead
chill.
of red like it normally is. But you know,
Alright.
behind the scenes stuff is there for a reason. I'm not gonna look my best all the time. It's just something I wanted to document, like kind of the process of making this, just to kind of show
Alright.
how
So you
it's done and how
said
fucking hard it is.
so you said second first, then
Right.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why, but the phone like loaded them out of order.
Fucking
I have a third
bizarre.
video which is me going through the song, but I like I said, I wanted it to be a surprise for when it's done because I've changed some lyrics around and I guess maybe when I do the premiere I can play that video to get kind of just show you all like just how
This man got
different it was to like the final product.
poison.
Yep.
Hey, about the
So yeah, are you sharing the screen or am I
yeah
doing that?
yeah. I'm gonna share the screen.
Okay, I just didn't know if you were setting that up or not.
Yes, I'm doing it. Ah, no, not that.
Yeah, like for whatever reason, I have it like opened up on like a player, and it wouldn't let me like put it on
The mind player
there.
just loaded.
All
That's
right,
the
so far
best
I
way
got
to
the little
go.
like dots going on right now on my screen.
Uh,
Stream paused. Okay, here we go.
Take you
be
back. Just get me
stop
out of
play.
my.
I love how it's buffering and playing at the same time. Like what? That is amazing.
All right.
Let me do this.
But yeah, as you can see, my hair is really fucked up right now. I remember in this studio, so as I was heading in, I was listening to the new Bring Me the Horizon album because I wanted to get some inspiration. I wanted to come in with like all sorts of like fucking fired up energy and shit like that. I even bought myself a notebook from Target at this point too, so that when everything was done, I could just write them down and it'd be
This
easy.
nigga
So
got a Target notebook.
I just want a notebook so I can like write down lyrics that like pop in my head so I don't forget. Because putting in my notes on my phone can be just cumbersome sometimes. But yeah, whenever you're ready, you can play it, and like if I need you to pause so I can like kind of talk about stuff, I'll let you know.
Alright. Make sure the volume, the mixing is not as bad. Just so that yeah. Okay.
Gotcha.
Take you back. Just get me out of my.
I'm gonna be honest, I can't hear anything.
Yeah, let me do this then. Instead of doing this, maybe I could, because I'm trying to make sure I can share the screen. Well, not only just share the screen, but also, matter of fact, window capture, media
Oh
player.
hell yeah! I'm also wearing my Lucifer shirt. Hell yeah, that's like one of my favorite Black Crack shirts I own. That and the Nosferatu one I like too. I'm definitely wearing that shit for when the movie comes out.
This man about to be fucking horrored out and everything.
All right.
Alright,
Yeah, I can talk about this. I can talk about Warriors, and I can talk about the new Wind Waker album that came out.
alright, this. You can still see the screen, right?
Yeah, I can see the screen
Take
still.
you back. Just get me out
I'm
of my.
still not hearing anything. Hold on. Maybe I should share my screen. That
Alright,
way we both know like the audio and shit's working.
alright,
So let
hold up.
me exit that out. Stop watching. Uh yeah, let me just share my screen and just capture device. No screen. All right, let me just do screen one. All right, here we go. Screen one. Just gonna do it like this. Uh, let's see here.
Take you back.
Yeah, it's a horrendous quality. Let me instead of doing it like that, I'm just gonna play it from Discord itself.
Take
Alright,
you back. Just get me out of my.
So again, sorry for the video quality, guys. For whatever reason, like Discord is not uploading it or upscaling it to the
then
quality it
actual
needs to be. But
gotta love fucking Discord for sure.
yeah. So this at this point, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do for the pre-chorus because at this point I was stuck with that.
Instead of now, say so. Are you saying so like a siren, use your voice, or like a siren? Because that matters.
Right.
So that guy that's talking, that's the
I mean, I guess you
producer
could try it
guy.
both ways and see which one, I guess, sounds more natural. So,
Okay, so like a siren, you use your voice, but I'll never take
but I'll
you
never
back.
take you back. Okay.
So, all right, let me explain the little like camera movement. So the guy had when he saw me trying to record it, he was like, "Hold on, I got this. I just want you to focus on the music stuff." He had it where it was set up on a tripod, and he had this AI thing where like it would capture a subject, and wherever they move, the camera would move with them. So the camera's being all janky because I'm just moving around a lot. so I just want to explain that, just some people are like, "What the fuck is up with the camera?"
I'm sweaty.
All right.
Get out of my head.
See, at this point, I have most of the stuff written down. Since this point, I've rewritten some stuff too, where it makes more sense for me and it flows better.
That's like a whole thing. So, like a siren, you use your voice, but I'll never take you back. Now I need to get you out of my head.
Okay. Yeah, we could try that.
Copy.
Whew. Yeah, I think I might have gotten a little spit on the mic filter.
You know what?
I must have gone ham on that shit. Yeah, sorry about that, man.
See, I don't think much happens in this clip. Let me fast forward a little and see if there's anything else that happens.
Making progress. I definitely feel like we're making progress. For sure.
So yeah, that's the guy. He's the owner of the studio I've been going to. So it's like a home
Bald.
studio.
It's a brother, baby. Let's fucking go.
It's funny too, because like apparently he doesn't do a whole lot of metal stuff. I'm the first one in a while that he's done, and like he was like really amped when he heard it. I'm like, oh holy fuck, all right.
I feel like
I'm happy as fuck. It's a brother, bro.
A couple more like,
All right.
parts being done, and I think we might almost be there, or like close to being done.
Isn't that funny how that works?
Right. It's something where, like, for the longest time, I just had no idea what to
So
do.
yeah, that little remote, that's what like switches the capture like subject. He's like getting it. He's trying to get it to go back to me.
Letting it marinate. It's like, all right.
Stop following me. Follow him. That's who you're supposed to follow. Is the star, not me. Let's do that. Maybe you'll leave me alone now. It's only him.
So yeah, nothing much happens, and that's me just kind of like going over some lines and stuff like that. This second one is like me talking about how I found his studio, and I guess talking more about like how fans misconceptualize like meanings behind songs and stuff, even if there's like no meaning to it at all. They
It's
just
not
want to.
part of it. Like, you guys are reading way too deep into it, and like.
Just because that happened, they feel like
So yeah, I was telling him.
the reason for.
So before the camera started, I was telling him how I thought it was funny that when Jordan Fish left Bring the Horizon, there was like someone who was making a whole entire thread about how like, oh, Post-Human X Gen is about the band being pissed off at Jordan Fish, and it's like I read it and I'm like, no guys, there's a concept to this album. Like Jordan Fish has nothing to do with it. Like you guys are reading way too fucking deep into this. So I was telling him that, and it was pretty much capturing like the last part of that sentence.
Right. When it's not, like, they already have a narrative going from, like, their EP they released on, like, 2020, so, like... Which is
That's how
funny.
fans are, though. I mean,
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
The wild thing about them is you might think you know them because you're a fan of music, right?
Yeah.
But you're not a fan of your music like someone else is.
Right. Dude, that's gonna be
As
the
crazy
biggest...
as that sounds.
That's gonna be the biggest mindfuck when this song comes out and, like, people are trying to, like, interpret the lyrics. I'm like, no, guys, that's not what's going on.
And you're gonna be like, wait, why do y'all think it means that's not what I meant?
Right.
And it's gonna bother you, like, if people interpret
Right.
what it is
Well, I
that
mean,
you're trying to put
At
together.
first it's gonna be cool, but then like when the more people will do it, I'm like, all right, guys, this is too much now. Like
That's not
I
what I
gotta,
meant.
like I gotta set the record straight. This is about a relationship I had like many fucking years ago. I'm trying to forget about.
So all right.
Great relationship. Oh my god.
So okay, so yeah, I guess I revealed what the song's about. It's this relationship I had many fucking years ago. I forgot what it was, but it was a whole fucking mess. I'll get more in depth with it when the actual song comes out, and I can like talk about the lyrics and kind of what they mean.
Niggas gonna
But yeah,
talk about.
that's basically the summary of it right there. I forgot that I said that, but
it's like like your point is basically that like fans is going to interpret things for you.
Right, because they
And
do it all the time with bands I already like. As I was telling him, I'm like, it's gonna be a huge mind fuck when they do that to me.
you be like, no, dude, I'm talking
Because,
about the past day shit. What the fuck are you talking about?
right, yeah, it's something where like it's interesting. I've seen it on the outside. It's gonna be so weird seeing it from the inside of fans doing that. So that's kind of what I'm bracing myself for. Tell you what, once I'm done with this, I'll probably play a snippet of it, kind of like get a feel of it, and then after that, I can like move on to like something else. Because I do find it's funny watching all this shit back and kind of remembering like what I was doing when all this was happening. But like this was the second studio visit I had at this point. I have one more plan to pretty much finish up the writing process. I think we're going to be working on inflections, seeing how things should sound when they're sung, and then after that it's going to be recording, and then hopefully mixing, and then hopefully I can get it done and release it.
Man, I'm
I
just
just
happy a
gotta.
fucking man. I'm just happy a fucking brother is the one helping you.
All right,
Let's fucking
he's
go,
he-
baby.
he's fu-
Represent.
he's cool as shit too. Honestly, like when I met him, I'm like, oh, dude, he's fucking sick. But yeah, I just once everything's done, I just gotta talk to this one guy who wrote most of the instrumentals and just be like, hey, what do you think of this band? Do you like, can I release it? Hopefully, like he's every time I've talked with him, he seemed cool. I can't really think of any reason why he wouldn't, unless he's like, sorry, dude, we're gonna be using this for an upcoming album. Which at that point, I'd be like, all right, well, cool, man. I just did this to learn how to songwrite anyway, so no big deal. So at that point, I would just have to like send it out to my friends in private and be like, hey, do not fucking share this. I can't release this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll continue this a little bit more. I'm gonna upload the full run through, but only play a snippet of, and then after that, we can move on to, I guess, me talking about other music.
Yeah, it's something where I don't want to end up being like Taylor Swift, where that's all she like writes about. I want this to be like the first thing.
Kenna, you're about to have a bunch of Swifties on this episode fucking tagging me because I make a joke about her like Dave Grohl did.
Nigga, who the fuck cares about these goddamn Swifties? It was the fuck.
Bro, you'd be fucking surprised. Dave Grohl made one fucking joke, and then all of a sudden these Swifties are like, oh, fucking flop fighters. Who those guys fucking irrelevant. It's like, guys, he is responsible for two of the biggest fucking bands in the world, Nirvana and Foo Fighters.
No, I'm gonna
Like,
say
he's not a nobody, guys. Be fucking for real.
if they say
Thing,
I'm
so
a
like I
nobody,
kind of really
man, if they say I'm a nobody, they fucking right.
Alright.
The fuck? Why you-
hot with this like angry, pissed off song. And then after that, I can do some like stuff that's similar to it or more Bring Me the Horizon sounding, Bad Omens, Motionless in White, or like for like softer songs, I don't see myself as a ballad guy, so I'd want to do like a Deftones type song.
That's absolutely
Like,
true.
those-
I'm still in that mindset. I also want to do a little bit of Perfect Circle. I don't know if you've heard that band or not, but the guy who sings in Tool, he started a side project called Perfect Circle, and they have some slow songs, but they also have
Wait.
Judith, which is really fucking
Wait,
crazy.
a perfect. Wait, I think I know that band because like they did fucking Judith.
Yeah, Judith is fucking sick. Where he's like, "Fuck your God, your Lord, your Christ." Yeah, that it's funny too. So yeah, so the whole song is pretty much it was fueled by the fact that his Menard's mother, that's the name of the singer of Tool and Perfect Circle. Menard's mom was a devout Christian, and she got sick to the point where she just was immobile, she was unable to move. Her faith never wavered, but when she died, or like I don't know if it's when she died or when she was still like really bad. Her friends were like, "Oh, well, if she was a better Christian, then God would have saved her." So when she died, he kept hearing that, and he just was so fucking pissed off. Where he's like, "All right, fuck you! Like, I need to write a song about this at this point." So it's more so fueled towards the Christians who are indecent people and they use religion as a crutch, or they're like, oh, well, you didn't believe hard enough, so you deserve what happens. And it's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Perfect Circle has some pretty slow songs that are really good too. Like Weak and Powerless is probably a vibe I'd go for. But yeah, Deftones, Perfect Circle. I don't see myself as a fucking ballad guy at all. Maybe if my voice improves to the point where I'm more comfortable singing more like singing stuff, I could probably try Another Life or a style of song like that. But until then, I'm not ready for that yet.
The kind of the vibes I'm trying to go for.
No concerns or worries. That is what it's gonna be. Step over here.
Oh,
Tell
here's the
me
interview
about
part.
yourself. Your name.
Oh, my name? My name is Zach Roper.
What brought you to music, Zach?
What brought me to music was the fact that in high school I was the weird, shy, goth, emo dude, and I happened to listen to a band called Motionless in White where I felt,
Fucking Mark.
connected to it. I then started practicing screaming vocals from a song by Icy Stars called New Demons off the same album. It's something where my teacher friend at the time was like, I understood everything you said. So at that point I was like, well, I'm off to the races. I definitely got something down. I just need to hone it and work on it, and eventually it might lead to music.
So what made you come to Velvet Box?
Well, I was searching for studios around me. I live in Gainesville, Virginia, so I wanted something close by. I wanted something that was intimate. I wanted something that was like stress-free. So reading the reviews, seeing how close you guys were, and just seeing reviews like this is great for beginners and stuff. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, so I was like, well, this is perfect.
Of course.
Yeah, well, from our perspective, we appreciate you coming through and experiencing the journey with you. It should be a lot of fun.
For
Look
sure.
forward to, more creation and more development and more rocking out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hopefully I can work on an album here with you guys.
There's no hopefully to it. Let's do it.
On God.
See, yeah, see, he bro, he fucking hypes me up. He's like, no, there's no fucking hopefully, let's fucking just do it. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, yeah, see, this downloaded in a higher quality, so you'll be able to see this better.
Oh,
But
God, let's go. Fine.
what were you saying?
I was just say that, man, I love his energy.
Yeah, dude,
Conversation.
I connected with him the first 5 minutes I was there in the studio with him. I'm like, oh, this is a fucking guy right here.
My man really said, it's no hope. Let's do it. On God.
Right? It's like, there's no maybe. Let's just fucking do it. It's like, oh, fuck. All right, cool. But yeah, so this is the first run through. I'm going to play up to the pre-chorus because, like I said, I was struggling with that. And I've also, changed some stuff around, so you'll hear kind of what I was going for, and then when it's done, you'll hear the final product and just see how much of it got changed. But here we go. This is the rough draft run through Poison.
This shit about to be ugly.
All right. All right, all the pain you caused to me. Well, you lied to me. You told me it was meant to be. I'm not your puppet. You can pull on my strings, but soon enough you'll see you've been nothing to me. Alright, so that's when I was struggling to do the pre-chorus is coming up. Thoughts so far?
I do want to hear I guess the way he recorded, the actual audio,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm really curious what the actual audio picked up and how it actually matches. But
Right, yeah.
yeah, cause like with me when it comes down to shit like this is raw. But I'm curious what the but I'm yeah,
You're
but
curious
I'm
to hear
curious.
the finalized version where it's all mixed and like it's
Yeah,
produced and everything like that. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, like a
Because right
playback.
now this is just like a raw. Pretty much, I just grabbed a raw MP3 file that my friend had, and I had no idea what the BMP is or BMS or whatever the fuck it's
Beats
called,
per
the beats
minute.
per
Yeah,
minute. I had no idea what that is.
that's
It's
a
a
bit.
very rough mix. It clearly was a demo when it like was released, and it's something where like I have a friend currently who's actually in a band where he told me, it's like, look, if you have like any mixing or whatever you needed me to do, let me know. So I'm like, all right, I got you, I got you, homie. Don't
Yeah.
worry. So he's in a band called Rest Aside. I believe his name is Ryan Warren, I believe.
Hmm.
Uh but yeah, he's cool. He even told me at one point, even before I got this song going, he was like, if you ever start a band and you need someone to tour with, I would love to have you on tour with me. I'm like,
Yeah.
fucking you got it, man.
W
I'd
friend.
fucking love it too.
W friend.
It's it's so crazy, like ever since I started this whole like music journey, just how many people have been like batting for me and how many people have been like giving me tips and stuff.
Because they believe in you, nigga. The fuck?
Like even whatchamacallit, uh Christian Grey, the guy I learned how to scream from. Zach Johnson was initially how I started screaming, but I lost that technique, so Christian Grey, I watched a video of his. He's from Villain of the Story. Uh I watched how he pretty much preps himself, and that's helped me out a lot. Even he's been giving me tips. Zach Johnson, I've talked to, which fucking blew my mind. I was like, oh fuck, all right.
And the thing is
He's been
this.
giving me pointers. Yeah, it's fucking nuts how many people have been like, trying to help me out. It's just I'm not used to that, which is why it blows my mind.
But the thing is this. We kind of in the same boat here because like you start like I'm talking to actual musicians. I'm starting to actually to talk to actual wrestlers. So basically, it's
Oh, holy
like
shit!
yeah, because like the thing is, well, the ones I talk to are like in the indies,
Right? Yeah.
but
I don't
still,
expect you to talk to a WWE guy out of the gate. Like that'd be
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of odd.
So it's like we kind of same boat. Like it blows our mind that like we even hear from them. Like it's insane. But that's
Right.
kind of I'm not a religious, but I'm more spiritual. So
Right.
basically,
I'm a bit more spiritual
yeah,
if there's anything out there. Like I'm not sure what it is, but there's definitely stuff that I just cannot explain. So I'm
yeah,
like,
like
there's some like spiritual stuff going out there. Like there's
yeah,
destiny. I definitely believe in destiny and stuff like that. Like I feel like things happen for a reason. Like me fucking meeting up with Deidre, I feel like was destiny because we met each other around the right time we needed to meet, and it seemed like this domino effect kind of happened. So I'm like, yeah, there was definitely some destiny going on with that, I
yeah.
would say.
So it's like stuff like this is probably happening for like a specific like reason. So
Right,
basically,
because I've been practicing screaming since like 2014. I've been working my ass off, and it's something where I didn't know how to get everything started, but now that the pieces are kind of being put in place, I'm like, all right, well, I'm off to the fucking races at this point. I gotta get this song out, and then after that, just making original music from the ground up, which that's gonna be a whole fucking process by
that's
itself.
gonna be a fun one though.
Yeah, that one's gonna be more fun because it's gonna be definitely like more like my all my most of my ideas kind of coming into place instead of just like borrowing a friend's instrumentals and kind of putting my own you know, thoughts or message behind it. It'll like everything musically from the ground up will have a part of me in it.
Yeah.
once that's like going, which is gonna be way more meaningful to me. Like having this song come out as a starter is cool because it's a way for me to plant my flag on the ground and be like, hey, I'm here, motherfuckers, like you better brace yourself. After that, if I succeed or fail, it will all be on me. And I was telling my friend this a couple of days ago on like Facebook Messenger voice call that like I very much see this as like a hobby at this point. I see it as me doing something fun. I just want some art to be left behind to be a part of my legacy. I'm not looking to be like a multi-millionaire musician. I want to work my ass off and I want to have the mentality that I need to bleed, sweat, and die for this shit. Otherwise, it's not going to mean anything because if I just blow it from one song, all of a sudden I have so much pressure that I'm just not going to live up to it. So it's something where like I want to be like a Chris Motionless, like a Corey Taylor, like all these guys where they pretty much just work their asses off, and when they do become successful, it's based off their hard work. Like fucking Motionless, it's crazy how big Motionless in White has gotten since I first listened to them. Like when I heard them back in like 2012 or whatever, 2011, I did not expect them to be fucking playing in like WrestleMania and shit like that. Like, and it's all because of just them grinding in the music industry, them navigating bullshit, them like just working their asses off to be the headlining band that they are now. And I wanna get to that point through hard work. I don't want anything given to me. I don't want any ammo people being like, oh, he didn't work hard enough. It's like, nah, fuck you, bitch. I did.
Yeah.
I worked for everything. So that's kind of the mindset I want to have. And I, at this point, if I don't make it as a musician, then hey, at least I put some music out. At least I tried. At least I did the best I could. I had nothing at that point to be ashamed of because I'm like, hey, well, at least I fucking like put some stuff out. Like,
Yeah, like it is some.
yeah. And even if I do become successful, it's something where I don't want things to change me. I want something where like if I release music, the only thing that I care about at this point is making music that I think is cool, that I'm proud of, and that other people like. Anything else besides that is just a bonus to me. So like if I pour around in like a world famous band, I'm like, oh fuck, cool, this is dope. Uh and if I just release one album and that's it, and I'm like, well, there you go. Like that that's what I got at this point. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting looking back on all of this many years later if this does become a thing and be like, wow, I can't believe it all started because of this one song.
Yeah, somehow you fucking made it.
All right. Yeah, dude, I definitely will like call y'all and be like, holy fuck, I'm signed to a label. Holy fuck, I did it, guys.
I'm happy as a motherfucker. Like, ah, God!
All right. Oh shit. But yeah, so that's a snippet of Poison. Excited for y'all to hear the finished product whenever that's done. I have no deadline because at this point I just want it to be done when it's done. Uh if I were to take a guess, I'm hoping it'll be out by next year. I think having it at the end of this year is too early. I don't feel like that will be feasible, but I feel like next year is definitely doable at the earliest.
Yeah. Do
So
you have
yeah.
like an estimate time you might be done?
Well, I mean, so I feel like the writing for the most part is done. Like I said, I have to go in, we have to like work on the enunciation, seeing how words are supposed to be said and sung. After that, it's just recording. So just record as much of it as I need to get like the best takes possible. Uh, and then after that, it's mixing, mastering, all that shit. And so I'd say based on studio visits. So it's like I spend an hour at the studio every time I go. So
Right.
I want to say maybe four, 3 to 4, maybe 5 sessions, and it should be done. I'd say.
Be sure to actually like practice while you're not in sessions.
Right. Well, I mean that's why. So I've been practicing at the amphitheater because I've been rewriting some of the lyrics, getting stuff to like sound better, and I've gone to the amphitheater and practiced it, and so far it seems to be sounding the way it needs to be, the way it needs to sound. I sent my producer guy the updated lyrics along with the timestamps to know when things were supposed to be said because we were trying to, for the longest time, he was trying to figure out when things were supposed to happen. And I would know, but he didn't, and it was hard for me to like kind of time them out. But I finally got them timed out at work one day. I sent him the lyrics along with like the timestamp. So at this point, we should be off the races. Uh, and yeah, hopefully it sounds fucking badass whenever it's done. Speaking of badass music, fucking Outlier with the Chris Motionless collaboration song. Holy fuck. This song Warriors came out right around the same day that I saw Long Legs. So that day I was just fucking hyped. So Outlier I'd been listening to since last year when Deidre introduced me to them when I was riding around her car during our date, and she had her Pandora playing, and Living Dead played. Which after that, I'm like, oh, this band sounds really fucking cool. Like it had like a Rob Zombie type vibe with Living Dead. It was goofy, it was campy, but it was also like very cool to listen to. After that, I kind of was listening to their stuff, uh, like on my own, to do my own research. Uh, I had heard songs like Nemesis and Blame the Dead. And then at that point, they were starting to release singles. Where like they would drop a song, and I'd tell a DJ, I'm like, hey, they dropped a new song. Well, let's listen to it. So Heartless dropped. That was fucking cool. After that, they did Dead Man Running, and then they announced Warriors. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna be doing like a new metal type song. I'm like, oh, that sounds fucking dope.
Yeah, you
Like,
was
Dead
hyped about
Man
this
Running kind of
motherfucker.
had that vibe to me already, where it was very much like that. I don't know how exactly to describe it, but like when you hear Dead Man Running, you'll know what I'm talking about. When it comes to like the new metal influences, so they're hyping it up. They show snippets of the music video, like all these like kind of like disheveled looking shadowy pig people holding like sticks and weapons and stuff. Looks like they're doing like a chant, stuff like that. I'm like, oh, this looks fucking cool. And then I go on Twitter and someone like posts like they released like the album cover and it says featuring Chris Motion. So I'm like, wait, hold on, what the fuck? I'm like, wait a goddamn minute, featuring who? So I was fucking hyped. And looking back on it, I shouldn't have been surprised because when COVID happened, Outlier was originally going to play with Motionless in White during the Black and Blue tour, right when Disguise came out. So the two bands have been like close knit for a while. Chris even made a statement where he said that he's looking for hardworking bands that just like show they're willing to like bleed and die for this shit like he did, and he like wants to help these kind of bands out the best he can. So let me see if I can like pull up the statements they made because both the singer of Outlier and Chris Motionless had statements, and I thought they were like pretty cool.
This man over
Uh,
here is about to start a band and try to try to get with them.
right. Let's see. Where's is this it? Here we go. Yep. All right. I'm gonna share my screen so I can like have the audience look at it while I read it because I
Alright.
might butcher it.
This man about to fuck this shit up, of course.
Right. I'm terrible at this shit. Here we go. So
Yes,
this
he
is off
is.
Instagram.
Alright.
Uh So Joey Arena is the name of the singer. He said Warriors is a song that's just built different, encompasses all of who and what Outlier is. And a powerhouse like Chris in the mix, and you have something extra special. I could not have been more excited to collaborate with someone with such talent, but even more, a friend. And this is Chris's statement. He said, I've been following Outlier for a while now, and I see how bad they want it, and what they're willing to do to get it. It's tough to find that kind of dedication these days, so I want to do my part in helping an up-and-coming band get some more eyes and ears on them. I love the song, and it's a blend of genres I grew up loving, so it was an easy call to sing on Warriors. This song, and I'll play a little bit of it while I'm talking about it. Of course, I'll have like a volume kind of low because I don't want you getting fucked up by YouTube's copyright algorithm, because you know how that fucking bullshit is. But
Yeah.
it very much has an arena rock vibe to me, but it also has a lot of the new metal influences. It's the video itself is just
Insane.
done great. I have no idea
Viper-
what the production value is, but whatever budget they had, they did the best with it that they could. Like they made it like seem bigger than like ever. So I'm gonna make this in 4K. I'll lower this so I can like kind of talk about it while it's playing. But yeah, it's very much to me like a it's an arena rock type song, but when Chris comes in, I love the fact that like the instrumentals of this very much fits that Motionless in White vibe as well. Like it's such a fucking hype you up type music. This is a song where like if I was a wrestler, I would use this as my fucking theme because it's just so badass sounding. And it hypes you up whenever you hear it. But like yeah, like the production in the video is just crazy. As you can tell, like it looks like it's very expensive, and I don't think it is. I think it's a very like maybe minuscule budget that they made look bigger, which is pretty much what a lot of like movie making people do, like small independent films do. They like take a budget that seems pretty like minimal, but they pretty much use the fuck out of their budget to make everything look as good as possible.
Yeah.
But
like when I saw this music video, I was like, they really wouldn't sing with this shit.
alright, I'm excited to hear this shit live, and I have a bad feeling that they're gonna be playing the night after the show I go to with my girlfriend on Halloween, so Motionless in the first date as well, and they had Dark Divine playing. I'm like, oh god, if they have Outlier 2, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. But yeah, like I should have known Chris was on there because there was one video where they showed that pumpkin hand. I'm like, yeah, it's Chris. But like when I heard this, I'm like, yeah, I can tell it's Chris. He has a very interesting way he enunciates and way he sings, but it fits with the music. Like it fits with the vibe. He also looks fucking badass in this video too. He's got like the cardigan hood on and all that shit. Like the look of this video is just so fucking badass too. And like when it gets to like the breakdown, like I've been listening to the song a lot, and there's some times where you guys hear both Joey and Chris's vocals like on top of each other, and it's fucking cool how they were able to like make that work. Yeah, hold on, the breakdown's coming up, so I'll play that and then I'll move on to Wind Waker. But yeah, this is gonna be so fucking dope live. Like this, the mosh pit for this part is gonna be crazy. But yeah, I have no idea how I'm gonna fit these lyrics in, but I definitely want to use some of these lyrics for my next promos for my character for Color TV whenever I get around to it. Because
I know a few.
Unlike some heel characters, I feel like Zag is not really the chicken shit entirely heel, at least not anymore. He very much has like a whole like, you know, I'm not gonna get the win like in an honorable way, but like I very much am like gonna be in there looking for a fight. You better give me the best you have because I'm not gonna hold back. And if you take it easy on me, then I'm gonna drop you with a switchblade and that's it. Like, so I definitely feel like Zack has a warrior mentality when he's in the ring. So I definitely feel like I could use the lyrics and it would make sense for my character the way I see him anyway.
But apparently he is a fucking yapper according to Tasmania.
Dude, that program is gonna be so sick. I can't wait for that.
Man really said enough of this yapping.
All right. So let me ask you, like from an insider's perspective, are you using someone's like voice acting, or are you doing like an AI thing?
Mostly AI because
Okay,
because they have like specific type of like one, I don't have the money.
that's fair.
Two, I don't know who wants to actually play these play these wrestlers. But
Right.
I hate like every time I write their fucking promos, I hear a specific voice.
Kind of voice.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
like, the
And then
task is
for my
kinda hard.
promos, it's hard to do it without me doing it. So,
Yeah.
because
like you have a delivery that I really do need.
right.
So yeah.
So like, I think I told you this, and I can mention this on air. I'm very much inspired delivery wise by people like Edge when he delivers the promo, where like he gets all gritty when like he yells and stuff like that. Like I do that a lot. Jay White is a huge influence because motherfucker will like pretty much talk shit about you, but he always seems to back it up. That was like the main guy I was mostly influenced by when it came to promos. So it's something where like back in ABC Mouse, there was that weird segment where he was gonna have Nick Infante interview me before my match with Lance Cannoli, and I was ready. I thought it was gonna be like a type out kind of promo where I was gonna put it in the Discord, but instead, I see Nick Infante coming to the ring. I see my guy coming to the ring, and he's like spouting stuff. And I don't know how obvious it was for everyone to tell, but I could tell immediately. I'm like, yeah, this shit ain't me. Like, the catchphrases are there, but like, it's all strung together in a way that like makes no sense. There's no intent. That like, it's supposed to be an intense promo, but it just comes off flat. It's something where it's like, if you've seen a Zack promo, you'll know immediately watching that that's not me because I have a very my promos are deliberate and they can only like this isn't this isn't me being narcissistic. It's just the fucking truth. No one can write a Zack promo like me because I've like gotten this character down to the point where like I know exactly what he needs to say, how he says it. Like there's a huge part of me in these promos that like when I don't write it, a huge chunk of it is just missing, and you can immediately tell it. So when you asked me to like record the promos, I very much was honored. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, fuck it, fine, let me do that. I've always kind of wanted to do this because I actually pitched that to ABC Mouse at one point. I was like, yeah, like you know, let's do some like actual like voice line promos for like the program to spice it up and I don't think he got around to it. He did the whole typing thing, which is like whatever. Like Fire Pro is limited, so I get it. But I'm also interested to see how this whole champion versus champion program goes. I don't think either title's on the line. It's more of a bragging rights kind of thing, which is another idea I had for ABC Mouse, except it was gonna be all the champions. And he was like, "Oh yeah, we can't do it right now." I'm like, dude, you're building this whole event to be like a championship like special kind of thing and you don't have time for it, like, bro, what the fuck? There's no other time to do it than now, dude. And I told him, I'm like, none of the titles are gonna be on the line. It's just a bragging right thing to see who the best champion is. Like, no one's putting their title on the line. It's something to like feed the ego of one of the champs, see how each champion stacks against another. Like, fucking weird, bizarre. I feel like at some point definitely not anytime soon. We need to wait for the dust to clear, but we definitely need to talk about some weird shit that happened because I thought about this stuff and I was like, oh yeah, that was fucking weird.
It would be like it's just there's a lot of weird things back then, but look back at it now. It's like it could have been so much more. You could have done
That's
so much more.
So that's the thing that upsets me. It's something where I see the potential, the fucking talent was there, but it's just something where like this is something that WB struggled with for a while, where it's just it was booking. Not only was it booking, but you also had some very toxic people on the server where ABC Mouse, for whatever bizarre reason, cater to them, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, no one wants to work with these people. Like, it's something where like you can say it's a character all you want, but like actions, in my opinion, speak louder than words. And when I do something to somewhat slight the owner, and all of a sudden you're white knighting after you like go on to like uh praise Micah's work, it's something where it's like, all right, I can't fucking take a word you say now. Like, you're a hypocrite at that point. Like, you had that, and the Coven was one of the biggest, at least from my perspective. I can't really say from the outside because I was inside when this happened, but it seemed like the Coven was probably one of the biggest and best things going on, where people like wanted to see what we were doing. And it seemed like towards the end of our run, when we were getting disenfranchised after telling Doofus like all this stuff that we were having problems with, and it would fall on deaf ears, and we were like, all
I
right,
remember.
we're fucking leaving at this point. Like, it was weird to me that you had this big group that was almost like the New World Order or like Bullet Club or whatever, where you had this big group that's bringing all these viewers in, but you're doing everything you can to like push them aside or humiliate them or like, beat them at every turn. It's like, what are you fucking doing, dude? Like, why are you catering to these fucking guys when like we're what is getting you all of this attention and stuff? Like, it felt weird to me that all that shit was happening. And
Like
also, don't get me started on the fucking behind the scenes stuff shit too, because that was some next level weird shit that was going on.
yeah. So one thing I would wanna like bring up is the fact that so from the outsider looking in of the
Hmm.
Coven,
I'm very curious to hear about this because I've never known how it was for you guys.
y'all niggas was annoying. but like but
I feel
like
like
I'm just being
purposefully so,
I'm just
like, because
being
yeah, because we're heels, we're bad guys, we're like people were talking shit about us, so we're like, all right, well, we're gonna talk shit and fucking rub in your face when we do something good,
I
because
would
like,
say that as like a joke a little bit
yeah.
because like I just want to line things up a bit, but for real, y'all was fuck. Oh my god, compared to everybody else, y'all were the most like y'all were more interesting than anything for real.
Well, yeah, because we had characters and we had motivations. Like, the whole, I don't know if I ever explained it, but the whole idea of the Coven was actually something that me and George were talking about for a while when we were doing like 2K and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's something where we took elements of Bullet Club, the White Family, Sanity, like all this shit, where it's like you have a bunch of people that don't really fit in society, like alternative people, weirdos, all this shit, like people that like just don't really fit. You put them together, you give them a common enemy, and they're gonna just fucking run the place. And that's pretty much what the Coven did when, you had me, George, Carmela. For the first match, me and George, I think we lost the match. It was like whatever. It's like, all right, well, I mean, hopefully we're able to recover from this. I feel like the Coven really got things going once we had Emo Boy, and that's when the shit fucking took off. Because
Mm-hmm.
then it was Emo Boy, we got Kaiju, we got Dealer Reality. Like, things were fucking, like, we were rocking and rolling. We were, like, locked and loaded. Like, we were on a fucking tear at that point, and it was very hard to stop the momentum. I would even say you played a big part of getting the Coven going too, because the whole rivalry with me and you, how that kind of came to be, it's something where it was a very high profile match that people wanted to see because of how things happened. Like, no disrespect, but you're losing a lot of the matches. My character and me included, I was like, well, I don't have to fucking worry about this guy because this guy's a loser. And then,
That one match that just
that one match fucking changed everything around. I still, to this day, feel like there was some weird shit going on with like the ref, the way he like stopped his count after the elbow drop. But it's something where like at this point he told me to become a baby face.
No.
And I didn't feel like I was ready for that yet, because I'm like, well, what have I done to really get people to be on my side? Like, all I've done is just talk shit about people, beat people up, attack people behind. Like,
how the fuck you
what exactly, what redeeming quality can my character have? And I was like, all right, let me try doing the whole CM Punk, like, voice of voiceless thing. Let me try to give that a try. Once that whole Kano thing cash-in happened and I was screwed over, I was like, nah, there's no fucking way you can expect me to be still a babyface at this point. I need to change my character, or my character's fucking dead in the water.
I wish I had a better reign.
Right. Well, I mean, so part of it was I was very frustrated with how I was being handled as champion at the time, because I'd beaten the champion in a 2 out of 3 falls match. I beat him both times, and then immediately after that, I was thrown into a multi-man match that my character was not designed to beat.
Let me tell you something about the multi-man matches let me tell you something about booking.
Right.
Because I've been doing this shit for fucking years, ever since, bro. Like, believe it or not, I've been doing EFIS ever since 2K, I believe, 16. I was a child. I've been doing this shit for fucking years. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Like, let me tell you something about booking a fucking show. Nigga, this is just me. I would never put my champions in a meaningless match. If they want to be in a match, it'll probably be a tag match just to protect my champion.
Right.
If my champion gets pinned during the tag match, I might build something up.
And that's the way I was doing it in Top Tier Tuesday, where like if the champion's in a match and they get pinned, well, guess what? That person's the number 1 contender now.
Right. Like, I would never put them in meaningless matches. That's why I was so frustrated about my title reign, because I was getting booked in like meaningless matches. I'm like,
yeah, same thing as me. You're pretty much getting the way I was treated. You were getting booked that way too, and it was frustrating to me, where it's like, why am I immediately getting thrown into a 6-man elimination match where my guy gets eliminated first? Because now I look like a fucking loser. It looks like I just lucked into winning the match, even though I beat the guy twice in a row. It's something where, like, me winning it, like, here's the thing I always say. Winning the championship is cool, but it's what you do with the follow-through that fucking matters. And the follow-through with my character as champion was fucking dog shit the way I was getting booked. Like, it was something where, like, people were saying I was a paper champion, that, like, I didn't deserve the spot, and it was getting to me. And I know it shouldn't have, because it's a dumb video game, but it's something where it's like, why? Well, like, it's something I was frustrated, because I was like, well, one, I can't fucking fault them because the way I'm being booked and I'm looking like a fucking dipshit. But two, I'm like, this isn't my fucking fault. Like, I didn't agree to any of this shit. I wanted to just do either tag matches with George, with someone else, or do one-on-one matches to better showcase myself. And this guy's fucking making me look like an idiot. And then when I beat Tarbro, I was like, all right, there. Fuck you. Shoved all that in everyone's face, and then the cash-in happened. I'm like, all right, this face turn, fuck this. I'm going full villain now, because now it makes sense for my character to be like the top villain of the company, where people are laughing at me as champion. shove it in their face, I get fucked over, and it's something where it's very much it's like, I think you explained it well. It's like it's the Rocky Maivia effect, where like people are just chanting "Die Rocky Die." He does the heel turn, uh, and after that, it's off to the fucking races. Where as a heel, I felt like I was way more entertained because I was able to do like better stuff creatively,
You're a
and it
better
also
heel than face. If you're a face, is by fucking sympathy.
right, which is I don't want to give too much away, but I'm definitely going to be going for an aspect like that in GRFC when we come back.
I
Like
might
that's
be
something
more
I've
of a.
thought about.
I have some ideas ever since the fucking draft. If
But
I had to still be on Massacre, I'm gonna be an absolute threat.
right.
Like,
But it's something where like it also helped that the guys of the Coven were also like storytellers too, and we all just
yeah,
clicked with our ideas that we had as like what wrestling means to us, what character motivations are, like how wins and losses fuels us or motivates us or whatever. Like I would say Emo Boy was definitely like the biggest influence because he would give me ideas or I'd run stuff by him and he's like, oh that's cool, or he's like, let's change this up a little bit. I would see the stuff he was doing, I was very entertained by it. And it's something where I'm like, we like the Coven, if nothing else, was a fucking family, it felt like.
yeah,
And it's something where like it's when it comes off on screen and on the Discord and stuff like that, you can very much feel it. So it's something where like when one Coven member leaves, it's
uh,
something where we were like we're all dipping like at this point because we're frustrated. We're like we were giving out ideas to the owner that just seemed to fall on deaf ears, and it's just something where it's like, what's the fucking point of being here anymore if like we're the top guys and like I know not every idea is going to be used, but it's just something where like a majority of the time, even when we like do the fucking women's tournament, so we role played for a triple threat match after that bullshit happened,
mm-hmm.
and he immediately nixed the whole thing and be like, "Yeah, we're not doing that." So it's like, well, what the fuck? Like we organically got this match to happen, and you're saying no? Like, what's the fucking point of us even like role playing or like doing anything or cutting promos if
Yeah,
like it's not going to lead to anything? Like that was our main frustration looking back on it was the fact that like we would just pitch these things, we would cut promos, but at the end it didn't mean a goddamn thing because it didn't lead to anything. And that's where we were like, we're out. Like we can't fucking do this anymore.
what do you expect?
So I pretty much was like, after the whole Lance thing, like I'm pretty much done because like I had no motivation to stay here. I'm already getting pissed off at work, and that's not helping
I try to
this
tell
whole
y'all.
situation. So it's something where it's like I'm fucking done after this, regardless of what
I
happens.
try to tell y'all.
Yeah, you did.
I'm
But
still
I
gonna
mean,
bother y'all about it too.
yeah, but like, yeah, so I don't think I actually fully knew you as a person until I left WCC and I was like actually talking with you and stuff. Like, because honestly, like, I don't know, it's hard for me to reach out to someone. Like, I rarely do it. So I mostly just viewed you as the character for a while. And then when I met you as a person, I'm like, oh, well, he's fucking cool. Like, I'm sorry. I'm weird about stuff like that. Where like when I first meet someone, I have an impression until I actually like get to know them. I'm like, oh, okay, like that's who they are. Cool.
Yeah.
So once the whole WCC bullshit was done, I was in a way better headspace. I was able to like actually talk with people and get to know them better. And when I finally talked to you, I'm like, oh, like he's fucking cool. Like he's got his like quirks and stuff like that. But like, who doesn't?
Yeah. Like, I never
So
told a story about one of the fucking things I try to do. So I thought about doing a whole faction called Dominion.
oh yeah, I remember
I
that.
never told my true idea about Dominion for like
Might as well
years.
now because
Yeah.
it's not happening
So,
there anyway.
well, it kind of is on Frontline, but it's a different
Right, but I
spin.
mean, it's not gonna happen in that promotion, which is why I said
Yeah.
you can like just talk about it.
So Dominion is it's kind of like back then. Okay, the best way to actually describe it, like version one, I should probably say,
Okay.
because what I'm doing is version two with like different wrestlers. But back then, Dominion was supposed to be like Imperium.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So basically, like for Kano's version of it, what it's supposed to do is that ever since I became world champion, I kind of want to be like a wrestler, because one of my
Right.
friends who I used to uh, like one of my friends I used to talk to, he gave me some knowledge about Fire Pro more to like how to make your wrestler like actually fucking wrestle than just
Right.
spamming moves. So I took that as an idea. What if I make a faction where my crew, my crew is his actual wrestlers, and he sees y'all as just play play wrestlers. What
Right.
if
Like people pretending to be wrestlers, pretty much.
yeah? So basically, that's I like actually like how I basically we try to show real fucking wrestling instead of y'all just doing Canadian destroyers, shooting stars, da 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 da. Nah, actual fucking wrestlers. Yes, I'm a bit um cuckoo in the head, but I still know my wrestling than anything. I'll still be crazy, but when it comes time to actually be in the ring, I will fucking like out wrestle you. My crew will out wrestle you.
You can keep your fucking Dave Meltzer stars. I'm here to kick your ass.
Yeah, but the thing is, it was supposed to be me, Mar, and somebody else. I forgot who, but it was me and Mar. Oh, me, Martin, J Bomber.
Okay.
But it was supposed to be just it was supposed to be just like us three, I believe. No, it was me, Mar. Fuck, what was that other dude name? I forgot his fucking name. But the owner decided to add one more member, which I never gave like consent to like that. But that was supposed to be the idea. But it never gotten through because I left.
Oh yeah. So was this the first time you left or the second time?
That was the first time.
Okay.
The second time I was just trying to
So
make an alliance.
you know what? A match between the Coven and you, Jay, and Mar and stuff, that would actually been fucking badass if
Yeah.
we could have got that to happen. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been way better of a story too than just Lance Cannoli and his like crew, because like at that point
NW Orange. Remember
people
that?
people hate Lance Cannoli and all them because they're fucking annoying and like you know like
Mm-hmm.
well Triple D he was cool, but like for the most part it's something where like the roles are flipped. So like the Coven all of a sudden are like they're the cool heels that people are gonna cheer because people like them
It's like everybody heals now
compared to
type
the other
shit.
guys. And it's just something where to me the psychology was off because I'm like, wait, this is fucking flipped. Like
And that's the fucking heal
it
or
was odd to me. But having a team like that where you establish yourself as like, fuck these spooky hot topic guys that like pretend to be wrestlers. We're here to kick some ass. Like that's something that can be cheered. And the Coven still comes off as the bad guys because like we're doing our shit. We're
yeah.
talking shit about stuff. Like people hate when someone successful rubs it in their face, so it's obvious to hate us, or like it's very easy to hate us. So like that would have been way better.
Yeah, like the thing is that was supposed to be the idea. Like I had things in mind, but I just like
And
fuck y'all, bro.
honestly, if we had that going, and this is something that, like, looking back on, I would have absolutely been fine with. I would have been fine with having one more match, either with me still having the title or without it, just to bookend our story, and having our groups go against each other before we face would have been the perfect way to go about that.
Yeah.
And like even Jay, or not Jay, I had some matches with him, but what's it called? Mar was a guy I was supposed to work with, but it never fucking happened. It's something where like he, I believe, was like some sort of mid card champion at the time, but you could tell he was on the ascent. He
Yeah.
was getting ready to be in that kind of main event like level kind of here, and it's something where like, I mean, our matches for OVW or like Emo's company, Outlaw Wrestling, like it's obvious the chemistry that our characters have. So like you have these two polar opposite characters where you have the asshole, egotistical rock star dude that like everyone hates, and then you have this like, hardworking, rising the top, like, fans are supportive behind him kind of story, and it would have been perfect. It would have made sense. But for whatever reason, it just never happened. And that's something I definitely wanted to correct after we had some matches in Emo's company. And I very much wanted it to be me and Mar for the Texas Death Match. I'm happy it happened, and I put him over. So
Yeah.
it's something where I love working with Mar, and it's something that it was a shame that it never happened. Also, Kenny Bowers was supposed to be my WrestleMania opponent instead of fucking dude that won the Rumble and didn't say
Lost.
shit.
Yeah.
That because
You
I
love to
don't
see
know
it,
if they were
baby.
still. So I had made some sort of challenge to Kenny Bowers. It was something where like we had a match on the SmackDown show. The dude who won the Rumble didn't say anything. So it's something where I just got the ball rolling. I'm like, look, obviously you and we had history together. Like we've worked some matches. Tell you what, if you beat me, you'll be the number one contender for my match, and I'll see you at the WrestleMania show or whatever. He beats me. I'm like, all right, cool. There's my match. But for whatever fucking bullshit reason, see, this is the shit that pisses me off. Is where I feel like I'm going in one direction, and all of a sudden I'm being pulled into another one. It's like, well, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? Instead, I'm facing the Royal Rumble dude, and
Who loses every
I
single
don't.
focus matches.
Right, and I didn't get the main event spot, which I'm like, as the top champion, I should be the fucking main event of the show.
He was about to drop the towel to that nigga too. He was
It's
close to
something
it.
where, dude, I guarantee Kenny Bowers versus Zack Ryder in the Texas Death Match would have been a way better fucking match than what we got. I can fucking guarantee it.
It was terrible.
And the fact that they had like either the mid card or the TV champion as the main event,
No,
where the shit ended in a fucking draw.
I think they had the world heavyweight title. They had 2 world championships.
Why would you have 2 world champions? What the fuck?
I don't know. You act like fucking. Oh, WWE. They
If
did
you
the same thing too.
if you name the championship after your company, I don't care. That is the top fucking champion.
It is.
To me, that's the top champion. Like, it is the fucking ABC Mouse title championship. I'm the main guy. I have insane amounts of heat on me.
Yeah.
Why would you not fucking put me in the main event?
Because
Let's
fuck
fucking
you.
have this. Let's have this other match that ends in a tie as the fucking main event. Like, what? People came to see me, dude. Like, so that was very frustrating. That was like one of the few things where I'm like, all right, this shit might not fucking work out because, like, as top champion, if I can't get my ideas to like go organically, then fucking no one is going to be able to.
That's why whenever I have my Fed, I always like ask like people.
And that's what I was trying to do in Top Tier Tuesday too. Like, I couldn't get to everyone, but I'm like, hey, if you have an idea, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to be doing my own thing with your character.
Yeah, like I always Because
Like, I was very adamant. I'm like, hey, if you have any ideas, if it's something I can do, let me know because I don't want to do something to you like what happened in ABC Mouse where you had no fucking idea what was going on. Like, I want you to trust me and I want you to implement ideas that you think is cool. That way you don't get fucked over, pretty much.
yeah, that's how it should always be.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, what a wild fucking concept. Asking people what they want to do and actually like going through with it if you can.
Yeah, because I don't know your fucking character. You do.
Right.
That's
Yeah, you know the character. Tell me how to best present the character. Otherwise, I'm going to have to figure it out myself. And while in Top Tier Tuesday, I was doing college at the time, and I was like, "Look, guys, I don't fucking have time to guess all this shit. Tell me, otherwise, I just might not book you because I don't know what to fucking do with you."
yeah.
So I'm very excited for the GRFC revival. I feel like I'm in a way better spot now than I was.
I'm in a
Oh
bad
yeah,
spot, bro.
should I talk about this album or do we have some more like wrestling like E-Fed shit to talk about?
Shit. The only thing I'll probably say is that like keep watching Frontline because
Oh
I'm having fun, bro.
man.
Like the thing is that like I'm still doing my fucking what the fuck is this? How like I'm still doing my Fire Pro stuff, but I have to remake. Well, not remake, but I'm trying to. Okay, I'm making a new save,
All right.
but I'm taking the wrestlers I made from my old save and bringing them to this new save. So like so I don't get a lot of crashes.
Holy shit, sorry. I opened Twitter, I saw the funniest thing.
Well,
Halo has been canceled by Paramount Plus after 2 seasons.
what? That's funny.
Oh, I'm surprised they didn't get canceled sooner after how season 1 went. Holy fuck.
That's crazy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
No, I
you.
mean, good.
Go ahead.
So
I just
basically,
thought that was funny.
I made a new save. I'm taking all my wrestlers from that. Okay, so like PW is still going to happen. Right now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just making a new save. Take the wrestlers from the old save and bringing them to the new save. So I won't have I won't have a constant crashing. So yeah, it's it's actually going
That's
fast.
an issue.
Yeah, so like
That's an issue with the game for sure,
yeah,
is that shit.
but like but I did learn new things too because what I learned is that like if you have not a lot of wrestlers and not a lot of stuff, you're Gucci. It can make your
Right.
savers already have like filled. It can also have a lot of um broken stuff. Like the moves is not really well. Some moves is not there on the workshop no more. Yeah, but yeah. So basically, I'm working on that a little bit, and I'm still working on the fucking logo for my WrestleMania show of PW. So yeah, but yeah,
Right.
that's going well. And what else I want to bring up from the EFED stuff? There's a lot of stories that I want to tell, and
Same here.
like there's a lot of like stuff from the past I kind of want to bring up because I'm looking back on my like old EFED stuff. There's a lot of shit that I kind of want to bring back. Like a lot of like if people know me for a while and they don't know about this, but some of the wrestlers in Frontline
Mm-hmm.
was from my old EFEDs. Like from my old EFEDs. One of them was Brad. And apparently shouts okay, if he or she is watching this podcast, shouts out to you for loving my gay characters, bro. Shouts out, like, let me bring this nigga name up, bro, because this is this is my VIP right here, dog. I love this nigga now. If you're watching this podcast, what's that nigga name? Garrett Douglas. If you watching this shit, you're dog. You're a real one. I'm happy I finally got somebody who watches my shows that loves my fucking gay characters, bro. My LGBT characters. It makes me happy. So I can finally say Frontline is gay.
Hmm.
And one of my friends I'd said that to is going to make a shirt about that, which is funny as hell.
Nice.
But yeah. So like I'm happy about that. It makes me smile. Because there's not a lot of like specific types of people in this whole community, like the queer characters, the fucking really goth characters, the fucking this and that punk. Seeing more of that is happy. But yeah, that's all.
Right, yeah.
Like
Yeah, because like I definitely noticed that like there were some characters besides myself who had like some alt looks to him, like, oh, that's fucking cool.
oh
Like,
yeah, one of them is Valentine. Funny
oh,
story
nice.
about her. So Valentine, she's the one who has like the fucking short hair with a little spiky jacket. Her,
Right. Okay.
Okay, so she was from one of my old e-feds. She was like a Ruby Riot type chick
Okay.
with
I can
dreads.
see that.
Yeah, yeah. She had dreads. But
Oh,
now
cool.
time passed and she cut her hair. But yeah, like one thing I want to do with my shows is to have different personality, different characters. Like instead of the same I'm a badass or like I'm this and that.
You
No.
wanted to be a mix of different like styles and like you
Yeah.
wanted to be like you wanted to be like where if someone doesn't like one thing, there's something else that like they can gravitate towards and be like, oh, I'll watch it because of that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. That's why like a lot of my that's why I have like LGBT characters like Taylor, Brad, Kano, which is a funny
Right.
case, bro. Aroa, and basically like all these different type of people. I even had like some Jack muscle woman,
All
fucking
right.
just everything. Having a roster in general, no matter if it's like a game fed or anything, having a roster filled with like colorful characters, not like that type of joint, but like actually like a cast of people that people could gravitate to.
Right.
If you want if you want like an actual um like an actual badass, you got this. If you want like if you want like a soft, feminine, whatever, there's that. If you want like all the fucking traits, there's this. Having a really crazy ass fucking like roster is you can have this stacked fucking great fucking roster, but who do I care about? This one nigga.
Right.
Just like in fucking fighting games. Like if you have like a really chaotic fucking mixture of everything, like in fucking Street Fighter been having a crazy ass rosters.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Fucking Mortal Kombat be having some interesting choices of people.
Well, I mean, one of my favorite characters in Tekken is Eliza, the fucking vampire chick. So
Yeah.
like I played Tekken for a while, but once they like had that character, I'm like, oh, that's my main right there.
Like, bro, when I first put my eyes on Cabal, right? I was like,
Oh
this
yeah, yeah.
speedster with hook swords, let's fucking go. Then I end up playing fucking Mortal Kombat 9 Cabal. I was like, I love this nigga. Then I played Mortal
Right.
Kombat 11s. I was in heaven. I was in
So
heaven.
with Mortal Kombat, I remember as a kid I really liked Scorpion, and like the more I played the games, I'm like, oh, Melina's actually kind of cool. Like
Yeah.
she's interesting. She's got a cool backstory. She's got a cool design.
Things in her mouth. Ah!
All right.
The biggest fucking. She was a trap before a trap, bruh. You can never see her
Yeah.
face that like fucking beautiful. Everything. She covered. She took off his mask. You want to die.
All right.
Like, ah. Yeah. So, what album you was trying to talk about?
Oh yeah, yeah. Here we go. Hold on. Let me. Because I actually have the autographed CD on my person, so I just gotta turn my LED lights on so you can like actually see this shit. If not, I'll just fucking I can just share my Spotify screen and just do it like that. But Hyperviolence by Wind Waker. So this is a band I've been listening to since I want to say maybe 2018, 2019. They're all the way from Australia. Uh they've had two different vocalists with two different styles. They had one vocalist named Will King, who did a majority of the singing for the band. Uh, the album Love Language was all Will King. They had the current singer Liam, I think, as like backing vocals and like a guitarist when the band first started. He left. Uh, Will King was sticking around. He put out Love Language. I think he decided to go back to like school. So like in Australia they call it like studies or whatever.
Mhm.
He went back to school, so they reached out to Liam. They're like, "Hey, is there any way we can like get you back?" And apparently he learned how to scream getting back into the band. So before he didn't do a whole lot of screaming. Uh so I listened to them for a while. Uh I had missed Love Language. I missed a lot of these like songs. It was something where I was just randomly listening to music one night, and I saw this band called like Wind Taker. And I'm like, huh, that sounds very close to that one band I was listening to. Let me see if it's them. And I was like, oh wait, no, that's not them. So then I went through my phone and I was like, oh, it's Wind Waker. All right, let me see what they're up to. Sirens was the first song I heard, and I was like, what the fuck? Holy shit. It was something where it like hit all like the beats. It had like a very uh EDM techno kind of vibe. It also had like the very like the big growls that Liam was working on. Uh all this different shit. It's a very like it's an earworm type song where once you hear the chorus, it's just stuck in your head. It's very fun. It's very fun. It's very bouncy, very vibey. The one thing I will say about this album is like this is an interesting album because it infuses metal with a lot of other genres like uh EDM, techno, dance, hyperpop, and most interesting hip hop on like a bunch of these different stuff because Liam apparently he's influenced by a lot of stuff outside the metal scene that he's pretty much bringing into here. So like his corpse vocals and like when he like does his hip hop stuff, he's very much influenced by that type of music. But let me turn on the camera so I can show the cover with the autograph. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see them very well. If my camera's even on. Hold on, let me which camera does it have? Hold on. Face rig. No, it's not. All right. Here we go. 110. There we go. So yeah, I gotta turn the TV on in order to do that. Fuck that. Never mind. Never mind. Forget it. Forget it.
Lol.
But yeah, it's autographed by the band. I got it off Fearless Records, their website. So, uh, I guess I will try to do what I did last time, where I will just share my Spotify screen. I'll just play the songs like at a low volume, and I guess talk about like how it sounds to me, basically. So let's see if Discord's gonna let me do that, or if I have to like find some workaround. Share my screen. Oh, yep, here we go. Oh yeah, I need to turn this down. This is
wow.
There we go. That's a bit better, manageable.
I can't see anything. Did you share the screen? Oh, there
Well,
you
no,
go.
I was getting it ready when I was doing that. But yeah, so this is the album. It's hyper violence. There is
That is
13 songs.
That is a fucking crazy ass cover right there.
Oh yeah, for sure. So when they dropped that album art cover, there was one person who was like, "Oh wow, way to use AI art," and they immediately
It
clad back by. I mean, I get it; it looks a lot like
yeah,
it, but they
it
immediately showed the receipts how like it was hand drawn, and they're like, "Yeah, we want it to look like this. Like,
like
it's not AI."
to be fair, it does look like it, but
It
it's not because
it it looks like it, but it's very much like not when you actually like see like the
right,
drawings and stuff. Let
right.
me see if I can find that.
But that is a
So let's see.
crazy ass
Uh,
cover.
so right now, Infinite's playing. It's like the opening track. It's so I will say Liam. This album showcases Liam's vocals. He has a lot of high range vocals. He like has very catchy lyrics. This album does a good job of like showcasing his vocals as opposed to like Will King, where like he's very when you hear his Wind Waker stuff, you can immediately tell like it's him. He does like a lot of fast-paced vocals, and like his screams are very much like kind of growly and like grungy sounding. Uh, which I think Liam does a lot of growls. I'd say Will King is more like his screams are more like kind of high pitched to like more high medium, and Liam has like a lot of low growls and stuff like that he does. Wind Waker, hyper if I can fucking spell, hold on. Hyper violence, art. Let's see here. Wind Waker hit back at I think it was a band. At US band accusing them of using AI art quote cry about it. I remember that. Oh fuck. So Omatera made a tweet where they said there's something fascinating about how the advent of AI tooling has simultaneously enabled and called out the creativity of bankrupt who have made entire careers LARPing as artists. And
One thing about it, you could kind of tell which one is which.
yeah, here we go. I grabbed the I'll share the tweet so that you can like share it. Yeah, it's very much they show that like it was drawn and like the artwork is just beautiful looking. But yeah, hold on. I'll change the screen to that so you can like see it
Alright.
better. But yeah, like it's crazy just like seeing the like art before it's finalized. Like it's just crazy. Like it obviously like, it looks like it's in Blender, but it's still like hand drawn. It looks like, which is crazy. Yeah, Blender. So they're doing it on Blender. That's why it's kind of got that very like
This nigga
digital
got
look
the
to it.
fucking code.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, like on this side, like you have all the code
That's
and
what's
shit going
throwing me
on.
off. Like the thing is that like that code like joint is like it look like something off the Unreal Engine because I used to use that engine sometimes. What
Right.
the fuck?
Yeah, so Infinity has a lot of the high vocals now. Uh Let me get back to the other screen. Now it's
You
playing
got
Sirens, which was the that was the song that like reintroduced me to the band. I was like, oh holy fuck, this
this
sounds
nigga
sick.
used a 3D fucking model for this shit is
Get away
insane.
that song. But yeah, Sirens is really cool. It's got that like dancey element. The music video is really sick. Uh Fractured State of Mind, we just go fucking like off the wall, like mixing different genres, where it has that like hyper pop vibe, is also aggressive. At one point, like Liam's showing his like hip hop influence as well when he's like doing kind of like that in a song. The Wall is very much, or no, sorry, Break the Rules. Uh, this album is a little bit harder for me to
Describe.
review as opposed to the Bring Me the Horizon one, because that one like had very much distinct genres going out, and this one is just like the songs just mix genres, which I guess is what Wind Waker is best at doing. They just mix genres that you normally would not associate with metal, and they're like, we're gonna make this shit fucking work. So that's something that they're really good at. I would say probably my top songs would be Sirens, uh, Get Out, and Vertigo sounds a lot like old school I See Stars when they had Zach Johnson. Like, if I feel like if they continued with Zach Johnson, they'd be making songs like this, in my opinion. But that's my top three. Top five. So after that, I would say probably The Wall. That one has like a lot of really good like corpse vocals, Manson kind of stuff. It's fucking heavy as hell. There's like no singing in it at all. It's probably the heaviest song on the album. And then Tabula Rasa is like another. I'd say that's probably like in the back of like my top five. But overall, really good album. Really impressed with how this band has continued to grow and how different they've sounded. But like you can, it's not like they sell out their like sound. They're just evolving it over time, which is really fucking dope to see. I feel like they're definitely like in my top five at this point. Like I'd say if I had to make my top five favorite bands at this point, I would say Motionless in White, Bring Me the Horizon, Wind Waker, Outlier, and Dark Divine would probably be my top five at this point. Bad Omens is cool, but to me, the fan base can just be a bit too much at this point. Where
Ridiculous.
I definitely feel like them getting big on TikTok was a huge mistake, in my opinion, when it comes to like the fan base's activities and how they behave and shit like that. Like that, they became fucking unhinged after that, and it's something where like I like their music, but I have to like separate myself from y'all right now because
Don't deserve my
your fan
attention.
base is just your fan base is just fucking weird
Fuck your fans.
and like not in a good way.
Mm.
But yeah, like this shit is just great. But yeah, I guess I'll just I can stop sharing my screen. There's not really much for me to say in regards to this. Unlike the Bring Me the Horizon one, like I said, this one's a bit harder for me to review. I still feel like at this point, the Bring Me the Horizon album is probably my favorite album release of the year. Singles, though, it's gonna be very hard to top Warriors as like a single song for me.
It's fair because that shit did go fucking ridiculous.
That shit went nutty. And like I even practiced it on my last amphitheater performance. I'm like, oh, I'm fucking fired up to do this shit in front of Deidre. But yeah. Is there, let's see, what other topics do we have? Because I feel like I need to wrap things up so I can head back and go to the gym.
Yeah, that's pretty much it because that's all I could actually think of, and plus I'm getting kind of hungry.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, I think next episode we'll probably be able to talk about SummerSlam. Oh shit, hold on. Fuck. Let me talk about Long Legs real quick.
Yeah.
Long Legs is definitely in my top 3 movies of the year right now. I can confidently say. I don't know what position it's gonna land because I still need to see Alien Romulus. I need to see Nosferatu. I need to see all these other movies. Terrifier 3.
For that one would go crazy.
I'm still debating whether I should see it in theaters or if I should just watch it at home like I've been doing for the last 2. But fuck it, I might see it in theaters just to be like, hey, I saw it in theaters one time, cool. But I feel like with Long Legs, your enjoyment of the film is going to depend on
Patience.
your expectations and what kind of movie you are watching going in. This is the one thing I'm getting really fucking tired of. I'm tired of Twitter overhyping these movies and making these really fucking batshit statements like, oh, this movie will fucking creep in your brain and live inside it like a black mist and live inside your nightmares. Like, fucking stop! Stop! Like, guys, the hyperbole and stuff is just too much. Like, the expectations you should have is you should go in expecting a 90s style serial killer movie like Seven, like Silence of the Lambs, and expect a movie that makes you uncomfortable or creeps you out. I wouldn't say this is the scariest movie of all time. I feel like that's unfair to classify. I feel like it's a really great serial killer detective type movie that has. I'm not gonna go too into it because I don't. I feel like you guys haven't seen it. I don't want to spoil
Yeah, I
anything.
haven't seen it. I
Yeah,
thought about it.
I'm going to say this. I remember I was asking I was like, I don't know if there's any supernatural elements or not. There is, and I will say the movie in my opinion, it does a good job of implementing the supernatural elements. It made sense to me with what was going on. It didn't become goofy or anything like that, like sometimes they'll do, because I saw this director's movie, The Black Coat's Daughter, months before Longlegs came out, and it's something where there are supernatural elements in that movie as well because it's like it's a demonic possession film. So I was like, all right, based off of that movie, if there are supernatural elements, I know that the director will be able to handle it and make it work, and they do. And the highlight for me is Nick Cage. Obviously, like that's pretty much what I went into the movie. That's who I went to the movie Thor because it was something where they were promoting where like, oh, it's a Nicolas Cage movie as a serial killer. I'm like, all right, sweet, I'm in. I'm fucking in. Nick Cage as a serial killer. I gotta fucking see that. I'm not gonna say much about his look because the marketing overall has been just fucking amazing. But the marketing overall has done a good job of hiding Nick Cage, and it's something where I will say he has a very creepy, interesting look that, like, once you see the movie and we could possibly discuss in a more spoiler-filled discussion, to me, it made sense the reason why he looked like that. Uh, Micah Monroe did a really good job. It's funny because I didn't know who she was until I looked at her IMDb and I'm like, oh shit, she's the main character from It Follows. Hell yeah. So she has a very subdued performance. I very much felt like her character had some sort of autism going on because she's very like socially awkward. She's very distant. She's cold. She's not very expressive. But she also has some sort of psychic ability that like allows her to very much pinpoint serial killers where they're at. She's able to like. It's not like Will Graham from Hannibal, where like he's like able to like understand them. It's just something where she's able to kind of tell when something is about to happen or when something is going down. And she's very much linked to Longlegs, which is the name of the serial killer that Nick Cage plays. Like she is intertwined with him in a way that's not revealed until the very end, and I don't want to really say much about it other than that. Like the movie is very atmospheric, it's creepy, it makes you uncomfortable because they'll have these shots where you'll just be looking at something in the background and you're expecting something to pop out, but it doesn't. So the movie just keeps you full attention throughout the whole movie. Like there's some funny moments, there's some bits of levity, but it doesn't really disengage you from still having that feeling, which I feel like was done really, really well. Like it's almost impressive how they are able to do that, in my opinion. So overall, great movie. I would say to me, I was debating when I first saw it between an 8.5 or a 9. At this point, I'm solidly at a 9 out of 10. I enjoyed the hell out of it. The marketing, whoever the marketing department was, they need a fucking raise, and like movies need to like learn from them and figure out how that marketing work and just implement that going forward, because I'm tired of seeing these trailers where it's like 2 minutes of the whole movie and I pretty much know everything going in. I'm like, all right, well, why the fuck should I watch the movie now? Y'all pretty much gave everything away. That's why this Deadpool and Wolverine marketing is so weird to me, because it almost seems like they're revealing the cameos, and I'm like, why would y'all fucking do that? Like, I'm worried it's becoming Cameo the movie at this point. So that's why I'm also jaded, because I'm like, I don't want the movie to just be full of cameos, and that's all the fucking movie is. Like, I don't like that. So, next movie on my list is Alien Romulus. I'll hear what people say about Deadpool and Wolverine. If they say it's good, I'll take Deidre to see it too, because she even told me she's interested in seeing it. So I'm like, all right, cool. If I hear good things about it, I'll watch it. If I hear weird shit about it, or if I hear where they're like, it's not good, I'm like, all right, I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna watch it at home. I'm one movie I'm for sure pirating, and I don't give a shit if I get in trouble for this. The Crow reboot, I'm not fucking seeing in theaters. No fucking
You're
way.
not gonna support your
No.
fellow yeah?
What's going on?
You're not gonna go see the movie and pay for it and give them your money?
No. No, I already paid for a Crow movie. It was the 30th anniversary showing. I'm done at that point.
Come on, man, you
Like,
gotta, pay.
no, fuck that, because the only reason I'm even watching the movie is because of Bill Skarsgård. Anything else fucking go to hell as far as I'm concerned.
Terrible.
It's funny too because I'm wearing my Crow Ice Nine Kills shirt right now as I'm talking about this. But yeah, that's one. It's funny too because I had that pegged as my worst movie ever, and then the new Hellboy trailer came out, and I'm like, and it very much for me felt like Hellboy was like, oh god, this little bro. Hold on, can I show you this? This looks fucking dog shit.
What?
In my opinion. This Hellboy the Crooked Man trailer. This looks like a Tubi original, man. I gotta fucking show you this, and if you get in trouble, I'm sorry, man, but this shit is fucking terrible. Fucking horrendous. Let's see.
I'm scared.
Did the oh, here we go. Nope, I found it. I was looking for the actual like studio upload of it, because I hate when channels upload and then they're like, oh, here's our shit at the end, or like, oh, we're gonna just bombard you with our own shit on the video. Like, guys, fucking stop. But yeah, here we go. I've seen this. So let me give my thoughts on the Hellboy movies that I've seen so far. The Guillermo del Toro movies, the two ones I've seen are amazing. I like the first one a bit more, but that's only because I've seen that one more. I haven't seen Golden Army in a while. I gotta watch that again. Maybe my thoughts will change and I'll like them equally. But we were supposed to get a third and final Hellboy movie from Guillermo del Toro, but I guess the movies didn't do well in the box office, and the studio was like, it's not fucking worth it. Instead, they decided to do a reboot with fucking what's his name? The guy from Stranger Things. I forgot his name already. Dave Harbour, that's right. Which on paper, he is a good Hellboy actor. But god damn, dude. Like, they are like, oh, we're gonna make this rated R, we're gonna make it like the comics, and everything that people were worried about the Guillermo del Toro movies were gonna be was on screen for that David Harbour remake, where I don't blame him. I blame the fucking scriptwriter. I blame the people like in charge of like actually making the movie. The director said that the director himself like even says like the movie is dog shit. He was like, I was getting in fights with studios like every fucking day on set, and I was getting frustrated. Like, this is a horrendous experience for me. So I'm like, you know what? You're off the list, buddy. I'm not mad at you. Everyone else, now fuck you. David Harbour, the director, is fine. But yeah, that shit was horrendous. The poster was fucking badass, but when I saw the trailer, I'm like, oh, fuck, this is everything I was worried this was gonna be. And it was such a contrived, like, let's just be edgy for the sake of it. You know what? It's almost like, it's kind of like the boys graphic novel where they're like, let's just be edgy for the sake of being edgy. Like, we're gonna have Hellboy curse, we're gonna have people getting their limbs torn off. It's not gonna mean a goddamn thing. Like, to me, the biggest thing is there was no heart in the movie like the Guillermo del Toro ones had. Like, you had all this spooky bullshit going on, but at the end of the day, you understood each character as human beings. Like, they had qualities that you could relate to. And with the David Harbour one, I'm like, I don't relate to any of you guys. Like, you're all assholes.
Y'all all fucking annoying.
Right? So that shit bombed a It's fun. Oh my god. So before I show you the trailer, there was this video that Rotten Tomatoes put out, which I was like, wow, that's fucking funny. Where Rotten Tomatoes was doing their video on like the rating for it. So hold on, let me see here. Hellboy, Rotten Tomatoes, video. This shit was fucking. Oh yeah, here we go. The fucking tomato meter reveal. It's on Facebook, unfortunately, but yeah, this shit's fucking funny. So yeah, hold on. Let me scrub this back. let me make this full screen. I'll share my screen in Discord, and then I'll show the trailer for the new adaptation, the second reboot that they're trying to do. And so I'm like, I saw this new trailer. I'm like, guys, just fucking put Guillermo del Toro back in the chair and let him do his third movie. Like, how fucking bad could it be at this point to like let him just finish his movie? But yeah, here we go. I saw this shit and I just fucking howled. Let me know if like you see Hellboy's face so I can
What
play
the
the video.
fuck?
So yeah, you ready for this?
No.
So this was I will say, the look that they gave him with the long hair and the mud chop, I thought was pretty cool. But other than that, I didn't give a damn. This is absolutely the funniest tomato meter reveal I've ever seen in my life. Hold on. Why is it fucking play the sound, bitch? Here we go. Here we go.
He's an asshole.
Alright, bro.
Oh, the fucking like it going up and then just going down. I'm like, yo, that's fucking foul.
That got me a little bit.
9%. God
That shit was
damn.
going up.
It was going up and then you
Just like
it's like, oh fuck.
that one meme I showed you about fucking Solo Sokoa after SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, that shit got me. You got me good with that
Psych!
shit. It's funny because I was like, no fucking way. And then like I saw that, I'm like, oh okay, yeah, I got you. Let's see. I'm very curious if that's still at that or if it's gone up in any way. The 17, still not great. Oh my god, yeah. The reviews are all in agreement. 17, 48. I wonder if I can find my all review on it. Hold on. Hold my popcorn dot blog. I think that was the website. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent here. I'm sorry, man.
That's fine.
I'm very curious to see what I wrote when I did the review and like if I still hold those feelings. Because I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really watched it back. I don't really care to, but it's something where I can't really see myself changing my mind too much about it. Let's see here. Hold my popcorn blog. Let's see. Do I not have? thought I had the tab with like all my. Oh, I think I deleted it because I was gonna go on a Twitch stream and like go through my different reviews, and it was like, yeah, hold my popcorn. Movie.
My man's going deep into his archives.
All right, I'm trying to find this. It was definitely WordPress. Hold on. WordPress was definitely what I was using at that point because I'm getting emails about this shit. From like another review that I've been like like seeing or whatever. Hold on. If I can't find it like after a certain point, I'll fucking just send you the screenshot whenever I find just like you can put it on here at some point when you're editing if I can't find it within like 5 more minutes because the new Hellboy trailer is mainly what I am trying to do anyways.
Yeah, let's see.
Pull my popcorn, movie review blog. Let me just type Hellboy. Maybe that'll pop up. Nope, nope, nope. Pull
You
my
said,
popcorn.
what were you using? The WordPress?
I think I was using WordPress. What's the blog?
Let's see. I'm gonna help you.
Yeah, let's see. What if I go on WordPress? What if I do that? Yeah, this seems. And then log in.
Oh, let me
Continue. Oh, here we go. Found it. All right. Here we go. Posts. Here we go. Found it. Found it, motherfuckers. So let's see. What was the last review I did? Oh, It Chapter 2 was and Best and Worst Movies of 20. Okay, yeah. So I pretty much just gave up that shit after 2019. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I'm done.
maybe you should go back to it.
Maybe. I was trying to do it on Twitch when I reviewed a match clip, but it's something where like I had to find the time to do it, and I feel like that's just getting harder for me to do at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, there we go, motherfucker. I got you. Alright, let's see here. The plot synopsis, yeah, whatever. So I was a big fan of what Guillermo del Toro did with Hellboy and Hellboy Going Army. Made great use of practical a bit. I'll start with a positive. David Harbour was a pretty good Hellboy. I thought the creature designs were pretty cool. The pig demon henchman, I forgot what his name was. I liked the father and son relationship between Hellboy and Professor Brown. I liked him better in the Guillermo del Toro one, but this one, I was like, it's fine, whatever. Now let's traverse the 9 cycles of hell that make up the bad portion. I did not fucking hold back at all when I fucking wrote this. There's some pretty bad CGI that's noticeable. The swearing, the gore, towards the end especially, felt like it was just there because the film was now rated R with no real purpose. Feels like it's trying way too hard to be edgy. The story is very incoherent. I also didn't like the main villain. The Blood Queen played my Mila years ago. Oh my god, when I saw that she was in the movie, I was like, oh fuck. Not the Resident Evil chick. She's a bland villain that wants to destroy the world because she was cut into pieces and put inside boxes. She's a boring villain that lacks any real personality. The way the end of this movie introduces us and a character. So they reveal the ape sapien at the very fucking end. I'm like, are you kidding me? Really? Let's see. 6 out of 10 RD. I feel like I was being very
Generous.
generous with that. I feel like nowadays it would have been a fucking 4 out of 10 or like maybe a 5 at the very like most. Because at this point I was 5 at that point was like an F to me. I had the rating, I feel like I didn't really get down. Nowadays, I'm like, yeah, I fucking know the rating. I have the shit down at this point. But yeah, now let's look at the new boy on the block. Let's see if this is a little bit better. Like, come on, let's see. Can't be that bad, right? Can't be worse than that.
Something in these hills. Something haunted.
What the fuck?
Evil. It smells like death.
Huh?
How do you know that?
Dark things called dark things.
I heard tales about him all my life. Most just called him the Crooked Man.
I'm so tired of the whole like click clack kind of sound effects they do with supernatural creatures like that.
We've got company.
Oh, your friends. Hey,
So this is supposed to be like a horror film. Than the actual action film.
Coming soon, no release date.
Interesting.
Bro, there's no way they put this shit in theaters. This looks like a Tubi original. Like it's very cheap looking.
Yeah, it looks cheap. I want to do this in theaters.
Like even the design of Hellboy itself, like I get they're trying to go for like the more comic accurate look, but it just on screen it just does not look good.
and then marketing this
like-
as like a horror film.
Yeah, they're marketing as a horror film, which I mean, I guess some Hellboy stories was like that. Like, let me. But the thing is, Mike Mignola's art is very, very distinct, and you know it's him immediately. So let's see. Like, I get they're trying to like make it look like the comic, but it's something where I'm like, it doesn't work. Like, see, like that's what they're going for. Oh shit! Hold on, I just wanted to open it in another tab. Hold on.
Yeah, like there's a reason why the art style is the art style. You can't like
Yeah,
if you're trying to
it's very
like if you're trying to make this, just make it like animated at least.
right. And they actually Guillermo del Toro like had some animated like movies with Ron Perlman and stuff. That like I guess if you want to do like a continuation like that, they're there. But like the live action Hellboy look from the comics, just in my opinion, just doesn't work. Like it's too like it's the art style is the art style for a reason. It works for that medium. Trying to do it in live action, you have to like adapt it in your own way, like the Guillermo del Toro one, and even uh David Harbour's version looks cool. Like I like the long hair. I like that he had a ponytail in it. The movie itself was dog shit, but like if you're doing a live action adaptation, let's see. If you're doing the live action one, you have to change the look to make it fit the movie you're going for and the style you're doing. Like the David Harbour one, very much is going for that like kind of metal look where it's like hard rock, heavy metal.
Yeah.
Why is it not letting me open it in a different one? I just want to do the picture in another tab, guys, but whatever. So that he's got the metalhead look going on, and the Ron Perlman one has the very like 2000 superhero look that worked for the movie they were looking for, where it's
Yeah.
goofy, it's hokey, but it's also like spooky and very scary in some parts too. Like it's very fantastical looking. And with this Hellboy, I just see Tubi original. I don't see the comic. It just looks very cheap and rubbery to me. And the whole movie itself just looks cheap. Like something I mentioned during the trailer, I hate the whole fucking like when there's like a supernatural entity or whatever, they just do the whole like click
Crack.
crack.
Like the bonus
kind of thing.
package.
It's fucking overplayed at this point. I fucking wish they would stop doing that. Dark Things, Call to Dark Things, like very cheap lines, in my opinion. Like I feel like I'd have to like read the source material because I feel like maybe it's better in the book than it's gonna be in the movie. It's just if this does come out in theaters,
Go
I
watch it. I want you to watch it.
Sigs. I mean, I already watched the David Harbour one, so I guess I had to at this point. But god
You ain't got no
damn, dog,
choice.
it's gonna be fucking rough to
I'm
watch.
telling you, choice is an illusion. I'm telling you now.
Oh, I have a very funny. Let me close my screen. I pretty much made my points. Let me tell you a funny story about me watching the David Harbour one. There was a guy who took either his girlfriend or his wife to see the movie with him. They were like sitting right in front of me, like the row right in front of me.
Mhm.
The girlfriend just seemed to like not want to be there at all, and this motherfucker was just laughing at every fucking immature, dumbass, fucking edgy joke to the point where I was just fucking getting angry at him. I'm like, dude, it's not that fucking funny, dog. like I was fucking in hell with that fucking movie because I wanted to like it. Like when it got to the wrestling scene in the beginning of the movie, I'm like, all right, like this is kind of cool. But then it just fucking went down after that. And it was something where like this guy was just like, oh, I'm like, God, fucking make it end. Stop the pain. But yeah, I think I'm out of like stuff to talk about. I think
Yeah.
next time we get on here, SummerSlam will probably be done.
Yeah.
We could probably talk about it then. My thoughts on Solo have not fucking changed since our last discussion. I still feel like he's a geek. They can no matter how hard they try, I cannot buy into him as a main level, main title, like main leader dude type of threat. He doesn't fit to me. Jacob Fatu,
Jacob is going to go
dude,
crazy, bro.
he's fucking so. Someone pointed out something very interesting.
Mhm.
With Solo Sikoa on one episode of SmackDown, I think this is after they beat the shit out of Paul Heyman. It was the week after.
Yeah.
Solo, so this is recent. Solo pretty much made a statement where like the fans were chanting, "We want Roman." He's like, "Y'all aren't good at Roman Reigns," and you can very clearly see the camera zoom in on Jacob Fatu, and he's staring a hole into Solo Sikoa. So my thoughts are either he's either usurping him or Jacob Fatu is a double agent.
I think Jacob is probably like a double agent at this point because
Which I feel like that would be fucking cool to see like the team of Roman, Jacob Fatu, Jay, and Jimmy together. Like that'd be fucking sick. Because I'm sorry, this Bloodline 2.0, this shit is not hitting for me, and
I have a
I
theory.
I don't it's not working for me. Tonga Tonga is cool. I love that fucking Tonga Loa just botches every fucking thing he can imaginable in the funniest way possible. Like, fuck
The,
you
the,
botch a low blood.
the fucking New Japan fans was trying to warn like the fucking WWE fans. Listen, he ain't all
Yeah.
that. They don't want to
It's funny
listen.
too. Oh my
They don't want to
god,
listen
it's funny because someone's made a compilation.
of all his.
God, the fucking clip of Tonga Loa just hitting the fucking like the throat thrust
I
chops.
know what you're
That
talking
shit's
about.
fucking hilarious. Where he's like, "Dah!" Hold on, let me turn my camera on so you could like fucking
I know what you're talking about
see
too.
me doing it. I can't do it justice if I do it. Where he's like, yeah,
It's,
yeah,
it's like, yeah, yeah.
it's
Man,
like, yeah,
It's
yeah.
real like, yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, the fucking stuff he thinks. He's like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. He's just doing shit like just to do shit at this point.
Ah, holy fuck. Oh my
Damn, Solo, you're
god.
such a fucking damn, you're a geek.
Ah. I feel like until they get The Rock involved in this whole thing and call it the final bloodline, which is what I call it in universe mode, this shit's fucking dead in the water until Roman Reigns comes back, which I feel like at this point they have to be setting up for Roman Reigns to come back. Otherwise,
He's
what's the
coming.
fucking point of Solo versus Cody?
I think he's coming back at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
It's gonna work
because
into
like
that
otherwise,
good.
Cody versus Solo makes no fucking sense because to me, like he was very much slapdashed into being in the title scene. Like I feel like his character wasn't ready for that yet.
I kind of disagree. The only reason why I
Okay.
like
I mean,
the
hey,
only
I'm not
yeah
gonna jump on you. If you disagree,
yeah
you fucking disagree. Like
my
I
reason,
can change my opinion. Like if you convince me,
it
like
makes
that.
sense because one, Solo has the big fucking ego in his head right now, but he's like, I'm like
Right.
so we're like, you know what, Roman, he lost the belt, he's a loser. Now I'm gonna pick up all the scraps and become the champion and
What? So
etc.
it's fucking funny that Solo calls Roman Reigns a loser when
He
this
loses.
motherfucker, after beating John Cena, went on a losing fucking streak, and I was like, bro, you're the biggest fucking loser in this
Yeah.
whole group.
So like it makes sense because like he has a big ego now.
Right.
He's now the fucking like
He's
not
very much what Jey Uso was worried that Jimmy was going to be when he
yeah
became the tribal chief.
yeah.
So
So
it's the whole like power corrupts kind of thing. Like, okay, I got you.
yeah
That I can feel you on that one.
yeah,
That makes sense to me at least.
which is gonna cost him the fucking match. And then
Right.
Roman's gonna be like, nigga, what did you think you was again? You ain't worth shit, dude. You're a loser. Get the fuck out of here.
I feel like this when Roman Reigns comes back, this is going to be the best chance to make him an organic babyface that people actually care about. Because with Vince, he fucking shoved this motherfucker down our throats where we're like, no, he's not ready. Like, what are you doing with this guy?
Now it's like, bruh, that return's gonna hit like crack.
Dude, that's going to be so crazy. So let's see. Let me look and see what matches have been made official so far. I know Rhea and Liv is official. Solo and Cody is official. I think Logan Paul and LA Knight's official too.
Yeah.
There's like one more match I'm thinking of that like I'm trying to see if it's official or not because they've announced 4. So let's see here. SummerSlam 2024. I think it's in Cleveland, Ohio, which is cool. The fucking dude, the poster has just been nothing but memes ever since they dropped it.
Here's the thing though. The poster do look kind of sick as fuck though. It does look
It
kind of
looks
sick. But
it looks cool, but it's very memeable.
yes. Like just
So
like just as a just as an average poster, it looks dope as shit. But with context, it's like ain't no fucking way.
right. So okay, I forgot. So here's the full. So LA Knight and Logan Paul isn't official, but they're going to make it because otherwise, what's the point of?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's clear that they're positioning it. It would be really baffling if they don't. So Triple H doing the whole like 5 matches thing. That's cool for some of these shows, but SummerSlam, there can't be only 5 matches, dude. You gotta have at least maybe like 7 or 8.
I think how this gonna work is besides the Rumble,
Because they're
the
doing a night 1 and night 2 next year, so like
yeah.
they're already like preparing for this to be a
So
large
here's how I see
match
this.
card.
So besides the Rumble, Money in the Bank, and Survivor Series, and also the Chamber,
Mm-hmm.
the big 2 matches is going to be, the big 2 shows that's going to have more than 5 is most likely SummerSlam and WrestleMania.
Yeah, because those are like the biggest shows.
Yeah,
Like people know what a WrestleMania is and people know what a SummerSlam is.
yeah.
Like the other stuff is like whatever. Like Bad Blood, if you want to do 5 matches, cool. Like that's fine. But marquee shows like this, you have to do more than 5.
I wanted to
So
pre-falls first blood matches.
so
That's
what are
gonna
they
be
gonna
crazy.
fucking gig 2 times or
They're gonna
whatever?
gig
3
their
times?
heads, gig their arms.
Oh
It'll
man.
make sense, trust me.
That's a fucking Kano specialty right there, I guess.
That
But
shit
the
gonna be
matches they have
stupid.
announced officially are Damian Priest versus Gunther because he won King of the Ring.
Mm,
I like
May
that
he rest in
Triple H
peace.
actually made King of the Ring mean something
Yeah.
finally.
Yeah.
Where like, all right, King and Queen of the Ring, like they're number one contenders at SummerSlam. It's like, oh, fucking cool! Like they actually get something instead of just a crown. So Damian Priest versus Gunther, if Damian Priest does somehow retain, it's gonna be like a very like lucky way of doing it because I see two things happening: either Gunther just beats him straight up,
That'd be
or
hilarious.
because there's tension within the Judgment Day, Finn's gonna fuck over Damian for him to lose. I can see that happening as well. Bailey versus Nia Jax, I can see this playing two ways: either A, Nia Jax just destroys Bailey, squashes her. I see three things: either that, Bailey gets the surprise roll up, or C, both of those things play out where Nia Jax destroys uh, Bailey. Bailey survives barely, but then Tiffany Stratton catches in Money in the Bank and beats her for the title.
Lol.
Because Tiffany Stratton has been like very friendly towards Nia Jax. She's been trying to get on her good side. And I feel like that's a tell to be like, hey, like Nia Jax might end up inadvertently helping Tiffany Stratton to win the title at SummerSlam.
Oh God.
Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley is for the Women's World Championship. Like I said at the top of the show, I feel like you don't have Rhea beat her immediately. I feel like it's going to be a very story-driven match where Rhea is just full of anger and hate, and her only motive is to destroy Liv, win the title secondary, and Liv uses that to her advantage to get like the very like conniving kind of like surprise win kind of thing. That'll further into like a different match. And then the other match we have announced officially is Cody Rhodes versus Sola. Like we said, we have Roman
Solo.
coming out. Solo! But I definitely feel like Roman's coming out at the end. I feel like Cody. Do you think Cody beats him with one Cody cutter, or do you think he does the triple? Do you think he does the
Bro,
trifecta?
I
Because
wouldn't say
that'd be
Solo's not that much of a threat, but
yeah.
if he wants to put the nail in the coffin, then
Right.
maybe the trifecta.
I
But
could see it where Cody hits Solo with one crossroads, Tamatonga distracts the ref or whatever,
it's his last
uh,
finishers.
and then I feel like maybe Tonga, and Jacob Atu each try to like fuck over Cody once he like hits the move, and then it just ends up like Cody once they like ban from ringside or once they're kind of out of the way. You know what? Maybe that's how Roman Reigns comes out, where he kind of evens the odds, makes it an even playing field, and then like Solo just can't get the job done,
He'll have
and
a
Roman's like, "See, not so easy, is it?"
my man's gonna have a new theme probably.
Because I mean, even in the WrestleMania match, Solo was like telling like Roman like finish him, and Roman's like, I know." So
Like
it's something where it's like they could tell a story where Solo from the outside, he's like, yeah, like this shit should be easy, but once you're actually in it, when you're in a moment, it's not as easy as you think it is, and that's gonna be like the lesson that Solo's gonna have to learn, where it's like, nah, like you're not fucking ready for this shit because you think it's easy and it's not.
right, this man does not stay down, dickhead. The fuck.
Right? Yeah, like, dude, like I cannot wait for them to finally pull a trigger on a heel Kudos where he is like a politician type character. Because, dude, heel Cody is gonna be fucking money.
Hill Code is gonna be a racist.
All right. Well, it's something. So they kind of planted the seeds a little bit where like Cody will get his friends involved, and they gain nothing from it. Meanwhile, Cody like pretty much is the only one who gets something out of it. So you could tell a story where like you could do that with Cody as a heel, but he cranks it up, and he very much like uses you and discards you once he gets what he wants. Like they've pretty much already been doing that. They can just ramp it up as like the heel character.
Yeah.
and I feel like it would make sense.
Man,
But yeah. I guess if there's nothing else to talk about, we can
Nah.
end this unless you
I'm hungry.
want to say something, promote something, whatever you gotta do.
Just watch the fucking. Just watch my fucking content and watch Zach's streams, whenever he streams and everything. That's all.
Whenever I have time to stream at this
Whenever
point,
you
it's
have
very
time to
much
stream.
based on time.
Yeah, whenever this cunt has time to stream. But yeah, that's pretty much it for real.
Yep.
Yeah, so I want to say thank you all for watching and dealing with our bullshit, and I hope we see y'all maybe before SummerSlam, but yeah, we'll see. So yeah, take care and stay hydrated, you dickheads.